Yeah.
We're live.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? Please tell me you're excited.
Very excited. I've
Oh,
never been
so
more excited in my
excited.
life, in fact.
I know my cock is completely erect in anticipation.
Wow.
Never
And I don't
mentioned
even
your
have
Let's
an
get
cock
this shit started
in
off
a
right.
year, and now
I don't
all of a
even have an
sudden,
apron on to hide it to cover it up either.
Well, you need a double layer that one. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of As the Sixth World Turns, a second edition Shadowrun actual play live stream. I mean, yeah, we record these episodes and we put them together and we'll eventually get them onto YouTube. But if y'all are here, like you're watching the table as it unfolds, you get to see the sausage being made. I don't think we make a big enough deal of that. Anyway, I'm Chuck. I am the GM for this particular uh, stretch. I mean, we've got like season 20 of Call of Duty Warzone, so the definition of season is kind of wobbly at this point. So I guess season 3 of As the Sixth World Turns, I'm going to be your GM this time, and we are starting a brand new game. So here's what I want y'all to do. I'm gonna let y'all get started. Tenta, I'm gonna let your space face get me started because you're next on my list of video feeds here. And you just go
Space
around the
Face.
horn. Tell us about the character that you've created, and then we'll get into intros after that.
All right. Well, I'm Tenta, and I created Gaunt. Gaunt is a deeply disturbed and highly cyberized man that has uh, a complex life, and we'll see it. We'll see it unfold. And he has some people that are close to him that will be coming with him on this journey. Sometimes we may focus on those particular characters and their additions to the story, but there you go.
Yeah, I'm particularly proud of what you decided to do with this guy because you're juggling 3 character sheets here.
Yeah.
You've got 3 different people that you're playing as this time. It's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. But yeah, like y'all strap in because y'all in for a trip. And all right, Mac Headroom, I guess I should say. Tell us a little bit about who you made for us.
so he casts spells by moonlight. He sleeps it off by daylight. He never runs from a real fight. He is the shaman they call Brew. So
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I've cooked up a little street shaman character. His name's Brew. He's got a little bit of a soft affect and a bit of an interesting sort of worldview. He's not probably like the best in the terms of social skills, but we can work on that as we grow. So this shaman only got 1 real offensive spell. The rest of it is kind of like support or health or manipulation type stuff. We'll see how this all works out.
Because you never know, right? All right, Nick, who you got? Oh, also, by the way, I'm seeing a bunch of people with names from the last season's characters.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to change
Yeah.
my thing here. Hold on.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Thought about
You're
that
not
one.
wrong.
Hold on, I'm just gonna turn this display off while I adjust that because I need.
But
Yeah,
while
how do you...
we're
All right. Well,
there we go.
so
There
this
we
is
go.
the first character or first troll that I have ever made in Shadowrun. So I made a troll Fizz adept. Got a new character and a new voice. He's a troll. His name is Treesdale Brodius, and he was raised in the woods by a pack of Sasquatch, and now he's come into the city to make a few bucks so that he can maybe buy some more bigger explosives. We'll get into that as the show runs a little bit here and there.
And for those of you just getting started with this episode on our show, be advised that Nick leans into the voices
Oh
every
yeah.
time.
New
Y'all
character,
are
new voice. Who dis?
y'all gonna have some fun on this one.
In another
Eh,
life, Nick was an awesome puppet show puppeteer.
Yo,
Yes, he was.
yo, you're definitely the one that read the stories to the kids for bedtime.
Man, if I lived anywhere near LA, I would just try to be a voice actor so hard. That'd
Hey,
be the,
you and
the
me both.
coolest fucking job ever.
I think I've got a better shot because I'm much closer to Funimation Studios than I
Oh
am to
yeah.
LA.
Really, you just have to
So,
go on Newgrounds and post, "Hey, I have a microphone. Does anyone need a voice actor?" That's how most of these voice actors in the industry got started.
I mean,
All right.
frankly, I might as well at this point. We all should. So anyway, as stated earlier, I am Chuck. I'm the GM. Slide up into my dungeon mastering for this particular season.
The
And
wanna BM.
what's up?
The DM, the GM, the
I
wanna BM.
right. Women want him, and men want to be him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the name of this particular season is Operation Sundiver. Uh, I've written this is actually a story in 3 acts, and when you get to the end of acts 1 and 2, you will have the option of backing out of the season, so you don't have to feel like you have to be in for a penny, in for the pound, for the entire campaign, because this is long, and Act 1 in and of itself is going to be fairly developed on its own. Like there's going to be a lot going on. So here's how we're going to start. It is midnight, April 15th, 2077. And a lot of you have just lost, or yeah, a lot of your
Wait, what year was it
contacts.
again? Sorry.
27. Sorry.
Chuck is a time traveler. He
Heard,
plays
heard,
multiple
heard.
6th edition games as well as 2nd edition.
Heard.
So a lot of your contacts are looking a little broke right now because they've had to pay uh, what's called the cult tax. It is the corporate fuck, what was it? It was the corporate utility liability and trainability tax. This is basically their answer to union dues, since mega corporations have now taken over for government functions by and large. So instead of paying your yearly taxes, you pay your yearly union dues, and that's what it looks like. So we got a whole bunch of people just flat ass broke at this point. They already paid their money back into the system. So I want to start with Nick. What is your character doing in the Seattle Sprawl midnight in the middle of April?
Um, Not much. So he is broke. This is also the first character that I put money resources in the lowest priority.
Right.
So starting out 500 new yen, which is not even enough to buy yourself a nice piece of armor. So um, Mr. Brody is people call me Brody. He is a degenerate gambler, as well as being a uh, almost like an aesthetic monk. He doesn't have any possessions, he doesn't want anything. Possessions just kind of weigh you down in this life, he feels. Um, so he's just spanging for change outside of his arch nemesis, the Stuffer Shack.
It sounds like a bit of a cope. He's broke, so he's like, I'm a Buddhist. I don't actually need
Yeah,
anything.
no, yes, exactly. It's like he just loses all of his money, so he figures like instead of trying to explain the fact that he's a degenerate gambler and he loses all his money, he's like, I just don't like to have things. Things just weigh you down. I got big, broad shoulders and I can carry a lot of stuff, but I just don't like to because, just get bogged down into the day to day and the things that you own end up owning you in the end. So if you want to go down this path of greed, and avarice, well, then that is just something that you can do, but I'm not going to do it. I just ain't going to do it.
haven't heard someone
got
say
your comlink on
avarice
you
in
while
a
you're
Texas
out there?
accent since like Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
So
97.
does Brodius have his comlink on him while he's out there essentially panhandling poor Stuffer Shack employees and workers?
Yeah, so he has a phone. It's just a little like a brick, shitty brick phone that he wears around his neck, but he has bejeweled and bedazzled it to look like a cool like talisman, so as to
Flavor
not.
Flav!
Yeah. I don't like these mechanical electronic devices, but if I'm gonna have one, it's gonna be the aesthetic that I like.
So you get an audio message. You can check it.
Yeah, yeah. Just a little vibrate on his no noise. Just a
It's
vibrate.
a little vibrate. Okay.
Zzz.
You got your audio up?
No, he'll just put a speaker phone. I think I remember this one.
And then it just suddenly ends.
Oh, well, that was ominous to say the least.
Right about the time
is
that
there like
happened.
a number that comes up or a name, or it's just like private?
You have it listed in your contacts. It's merely do not call,
Okay.
do not answer, because you know precisely who it is. And there's only one person who would ever be so much of a narcissistic asshole as to leave the Jaws theme on your phone as a subtle reminder that you owe the wrong people the wrong amount of money.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have answered that as I have it listed. Oops.
Well, so you continue your panhandling in front of the Stuffer Shack. Do me a quick favor. What's your charisma rank again? I think you're
1.
like a 1.
Yes. Also the lowest charisma I've ever made.
I mean,
He's got this
charisma is a dump stat.
crazy
Pretty good.
voice and his charisma. You should really just be like an NP.
Just
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles, because this was going to be my plan regardless of what your skill was. Give me a charisma check. Target number 4. Well, it's just going to be just a coin flip. Heads, you get some cash. Tails, you don't.
Nick.
Yeah, it's just Nick. Let's see if I can actually pull up the dice roll thing there.
So wait, so I
slash R.
Oh.
Slash R.
Slash R.
1d6. And hit send.
Does
Roll set must be between.
2
Are you
20.
putting 1d6 slash
Yeah,
R
1.
1d6?
Yeah, 1 space D6.
1d6.
It doesn't.
For me.
Oh,
There it goes.
we go.
Well,
1.
the both of us fucked that up. We'll take my 3 because I don't want you to crit fail on a 1 die roll.
It's fine.
So
I live in the hands of the gods.
So you get a bunch of like cred sticks that are going to get thrown away anyway. And as you take all the cred sticks and you put them all together, their personal area network, they all kind of pool together. And you can take your 1 and then tap them, add them all to your account, and you probably got like maybe another 15 million altogether from all of that.
It's just like the pennies that what was it, Superman 3?
Yeah.
They get rounded down, or Office Space.
Yeah, it's like when you get a gift card and you've only got the 40 or 50 cents left over on it, and you can't do anything with it, but you like, what else are you gonna do with the card? So you just like, you have no choice but to throw it away. These guys are taking their cred sticks and just tossing them out because
Thanks.
you got
This
like
will
your
be some
base
delicious Chef Soy RD raviolis later.
Chef Soy RD. Ooh, breakfast of champions. You go home and put that shit on your stove. You just cook it straight out of the can.
No, eat it cold.
Oh, eat them cold.
Way
All right,
better
so
cold.
like, you actually go into the Stuffer Shack and buy your Soy RD can?
Yeah, and he just pops it open with his big thumb.
Okay. Just start drinking it like
Yeah.
Popeye spinach.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're about halfway through your. Wait, no, you're a troll. You're
Just
a troll.
one.
So you just went. All right. So while you're
Delightful.
sitting there chewing down on this slimy, obviously soy, obviously vegan bullshit that's supposed to count for ravioli, you get another message. This one is a text in 2 parts. The part 1, you get a location, Club Emerald, 0300 hours, and you get a pinpoint that you access on Grid Guide, and that tells you where Club Emerald is.
How far away from my current location?
I mean, if you're at a stuffer shack, I mean, whereabouts in the sprawl are you? Are you
It's like in the
deep
middle downtown, as like middle of the Metroplex as he can be. This is where all the good hunting is.
Okay, so that means then that you, if you were to leave right now, you would definitely be first. Most likely be first.
He's on foot.
You'll still make it there before anybody else is, because you're essentially in the downtown area, and Club Emerald is downtown. In fact, if you say this is where all the hunting is, you've actually been, or at least they've attempted to roll you the outside security for Club Emerald, because they've caught you panhandling the waiting line and just going down. It's going like, you got any spare cred sticks that you ain't got no use for, picking up too much space in your pocket? I'll take them off your hands if you want me to.
Listen, anybody spare a kiss? Also,
So they've tried to hassle you. It's hot troll on troll action. You've actually made a couple of bucks getting into fist fights with them, but obviously they don't let you in because that's when Lone Star gets called and they shoo you off. So you know where this place is. You already know a quick way there. You will now officially be first in line in arriving at Club Emerald. So with that, the other half of the text, by the way, is this. You're going to need a bigger boat. I have that boat for you.
I don't have a boat. I have a van, but I keep it parked in a garage.
Well, apparently Brody has never seen Jaws before, so
Just talking. Yeah, no, not a classic movie buff. He grew up in the forest. He didn't have a Trideo screen. He was raised by a pack of Sasquatch.
Nice. Well, speaking of a pack of Sasquatch, I believe it is now time for us to kick it over to Mac. Tell me what the brouhaha is all up to at midnight.
Midnight, Drew's very active during the night. I'd say he's either on a balcony or the roof of like somewhere in the Redmond Bearings. And I don't think he's seen the owl in a while, and he's probably thinking to himself, like, the totem, he probably wants me to help someone. I haven't seen him in a while.
Try giving him a call?
Totem? No. I'll leave it up to him, for respectful.
Okay. Looks like he's trying to call you, because right about that time, you get a barn owl starts to fly by. Oh. And it perches on the corner of the building that you're on.
I regard him.
He just kind of wobbles a little bit. He gets closer to the edge, and he kind of flaps his wings a little bit while he's looking off to the city. He folds his wings back in, kind of looks over his shoulder at you, does that like full 180 neck thing that owls do. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And then flies off again. This is a barn owl, so it's white on the underside and brown on top. And you just watch him as he kind of opens and then just kind of jumps off and does the Batman cape floating thing.
I'm like, yeah, pretty typical. I mean, usually he's a snowy owl, but that time it was a barn owl. No big deal.
You're not gonna do anything about that at all?
No, I'm just out at night. I mean, I guess if he wants to, I would probably be like, I guess he wants me to go out into the city, but I haven't got a reason to go out into the city. Looks at Comlink.
Yep, just in time. Why? It's almost like you're genre savvy or something, because right about when you can no longer track. You're a human, or are you meta?
I'm human.
You're human? Okay. So, right about the time when your human eyes are no longer able to tell the difference between the bird and everything else kind of blurring off in the distance, that's when your comm link goes off and you get a message as well. You get yours in two parts. Um, Part one, Club Emerald, 0300 hours, give you a little grid guide pin, let you know exactly where you're going. And then the other half, contemplation without action is laziness, born of fear. The people who can should now stand up. Now is your time, fledgling.
Or he's gonna take a look. He's like, I was looking for a reason to get out the house. Yeah. Um. So I'm gonna, yeah. I guess we get the address, get the grid link, grid position. I don't drive though, so I'm either gonna take a bus, or if I'm from the Redwoods Barrens, if it's walkable. If it is walkable, Brew will walk. If it's like he could
Yeah.
get,
You'll need to take a bus. And are you leaving immediately?
yeah, I'll leave immediately. He's not doing anything.
Okay, so right about midnight, that's when the nightclub business really starts picking up. So the traffic starts getting thicker and thicker. We're gonna put you maybe about a half an hour on the bus as you're riding into the downtown area. So we'll see where that puts you, but obviously you're going to be behind Brody on arrival order, which then leaves us to the probably very entertaining but ultimately complicated intro for Gant. Gant,
Yeah.
I have an intro for you.
Okay.
So, Alderman Rubio Florian has always based his political platform on equal rights, equal representation, and equal opportunity for the cybernetic. You've always pushed for everything from improved access to cybernetic prosthetics for low income families to acceptance of cyber psychotics in society. Your thing is all about having the having the cybernetically enhanced people be accepted as people as well, and try to do what they can about not having them look weird, right?
Right.
Because of this, however, a lot of folks believe that you are in the pocket of the bionetic cybernetic business. So everybody thinks that the reason why you've been able to hang on to your alderman seat for the highly contested downtown Touristville area is because you are thrown massive amounts of nuyen by these companies into your campaigns every vote, every time you're up for an election. And some even believe that you are throwing uh, people are throwing money at you in order to help sway board votes in one direction or another.
Whoa.
So, one of your greatest and most public detractors is now having, uh, let's say, a special encounter with you, Mr. Florian, as well as your personal assistant, Mensch. And you requested, in an effort to maintain the privacy of your honored guest, that your new toy Taka also be present for this to ensure, once again, that you are not disturbed while you're having this very important meeting with a very important guest. This very important guest has just spit two teeth out of his mouth after Mensch has been warming him up with a little sweet chin music. So we join you in the middle of having a conversation with this man in progress.
All
As he
right.
just gets just gets the shit blasted out of his chest, like, "Poof, poof." Is this always how you handle votes on the board, you violent prick?
I've done nothing. I
You?
just stand here and watch.
Yeah, you probably fucking get off on that too, don't you? Sick fucker.
Maybe.
I know why you have me here. And I keep telling you, I'm not going to bend to your will. The money needs to go to other places, not to your pet projects for making cyber zombies or whatever the fuck.
That is disappointing to hear.
So why do you
You-
keep me around? Why am I still here? If you know I'm not going to change, why haven't you killed me yet, like I'm sure you've done before?
Well, maybe I'm interested to hear what you think I should do with
What
my
I think you
money.
should do.
With my money. He points
Oh.
that out.
The first thing I think you should do with all the piles of Nuyen that you sit on your ivory throne, I think you should burn it. Or you should shove every last one of those gold cred sticks right up between your ass cheeks. But if you really think I have an idea as to what you should do with your money, if I were to even believe that you were going to listen to some little shitheel like me, we need to treat humans before they need the cyber. But you're not going to listen because you want everybody to be all chromed up, don't you?
It would be a better world. More efficient.
Yeah, I see the kind of better world you're working on. The only thing I want metallic in me is the taste of this copper that comes every time I spit blood from my mouth. And that is all you'll ever get from me. So go ahead. Let your henchman come over here and do whatever he wants. You're not going to get a fucking dime out of me.
Normally, I would have my henchmen take care of you. But you've been speaking to me directly into my eyes, very boldly. So he stands up. Rubio Florian is 7 feet tall, all of it. He looks like an upside down triangle on legs. He's just jacked.
Broad.
His hair is white and straight and cascades down to his waist. And he's got obvious gray, dull cyber eyes that have no pupil and they don't light up. And he stands up and he reaches out and grabs this dude by the throat. He just gets quiet, picks him up and crack, lets him down. Mensch, Taka, clean him up.
Taka doesn't respond. He just stands there and continues to stand guard. But he does begin to follow Minch more closely now that he knows that the reason why he was called to be Overwatch for this meeting is now going to be relocated. And since you've given it to Minch, Minch now does so. Tell me a little bit about Minch. Tell us a little bit about Minch.
Mensch is Rubio Florian's henchman, his closest friend, his watchdog, and his bodyguard. Mensch is of Indian descent and Swedish as well. So he's got an interesting look. He's bald and he's got the red glowing cyber eyes. He wears a nice 3-piece suit all the time, usually in shades of red and black. And he's about 5'8", 5'9", but he twitches with an unnatural speed.
Nice.
And yeah, when Mensch talks, he kind of almost he talks so slow because he's trying not to like run over himself because his brain works faster than his mouth.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah. So
Uh,
so he sounds ominous all the time, even when he's just talking about normal stuff. But it's just
sure.
because he's trying to pull it back.
So, real quick, Indian as in South Central Asian or Indian as in Native American?
South Central Asian.
South Central Asian. Okay. And you
Yeah.
said that in Swedish. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as Minch kind of, saunters over, you see him kind of do this number. He'll reach in and he'll pull like these black leather gloves out and kind of looks like Hitman now, Agent 47.
I love it.
And as he's over here trying to, get him arranged for more easy transport to wherever he's going with this guy's body, you hear him slowly and kind of under his breath, you hear him go, Mr. Florian, you have always had a way with your guests, although it does put a greater strain on my night.
I am sorry, Mensch. I know I ask a lot of you.
You ask much, but I do much. It seems to me as though somebody who's 5'8" interacting with somebody who's 7 foot and is absolutely unafraid of showing violent tendencies in front of them. Does Gantz or does Minch ever seem like he shows any kind of real legit fear, or is there like a mixed fear and trust there, or is it just like straight we're buds,
Men-
like ride or die?
Mensch is an unquestionably loyal person. What if he doesn't flinch? Whatever he sees, he just absorbs. He records. He thinks about later his private time, but
Hmm,
around Rubio, he doesn't say anything.
interesting.
He's just a silent hitman.
Okay. And so he picks up this alderman's feet by the ankles and he tucks them underneath, kind of does this praying hands thing, gets them all like real locked in. Like whenever you see, they do the ball, like the swing thing when you grab a guy by the feet and you do that number.
Oh, the
Uh
giant swing, yeah.
yeah, the giant swing. He kind of does that and he starts dragging this dude off. And right before he gets to the door, you hear him say, "This is not the first time. This will not be the last. You know this. I know this. Mr. Taka, if you will, the door, please." Taka kind of like you just see a quick little blur of the white hair, like kind of almost shoulder length white hair in a swordsman ponytail. You see it just kind of straight down. He gets the door and then he just streaks back up onto the roof. Uh, and right about while he's dragging this body out to the exit, uh, you have a comm link on you right now, or did Florian know better than to try to keep something that can track him?
He's got a comm link on him. He
Okay.
knows that it's he's got in hints. He's paid for very high end security on it. It's not a
Okay.
burner phone. It's a there's like yeah, it's a very
So
expensive phone.
I imagine then that not but the most important people get this number. And most of the time, nobody gets it unless you give it to them.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of weird if you were to get a text message on it from a number that you don't recognize.
He would assume that Mensch did it, whether he mentioned it or not. That would be he would assume that if he didn't do it himself.
Surprisingly trusting for a man who just killed a dude with his bare hand. Darth Vader choked the dude.
Yeah.
So your text comes in two parts as well. Part number one, Club Emerald, 0300, and you get the grid guide pinpoint. The other half, it is time for you to truly use your powers for good. And not just the good of your constituency, the good of all the world. Your
Hmm.
time has come.
He kind of looks concerned for a second, and then like kind of a plastic but evil grin gets on his face. He has perfect white teeth, and he kind of nods to himself and folds it up, hits something in his chest pocket, makes sure it's still there, and he walks off.
Nice. So, I had you placed. What's up?
I think he's hollering at a dog.
Okay. So I had you place basically in kind of like a black site. Like you have a place where you take your you take your honored guests and to have these intimate and important discussions with them. Um, I put you almost at at Olympic Island.
Okay.
So I think you're going to be second in arrival.
Okay.
So we'll bounce back. Nick, you got your you got your shit wired together there? Or you got a little
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I
got
had
a
to
little
get
interesting?
my
Okay.
dogs were getting spicy in the living room.
Heard. All right. So that means then you were walking, so you were going to be first there because you're practically right there. Um, what do you do to gain access to Club Emerald?
So he's a troll raised by Sasquatches, but Sasquatchi. Uh, but he also kind of looks like a Sasquatch because he's completely covered in hair. Like, do you remember in the 90s, the like
Harry and the Hendersons?
tabloid sensation, the fucking Wolf Boys of Mexico? They're
No.
just like covered in hair. It's just like they're just genetic. They have hair that like hair follicles. They just grow hair all over like every part of their
Oh,
body.
okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
They
it's
were
like
acrobats.
yeah. So he's like that. He's just like completely covered in hair. So he'll like spit on his hands and he kind of like parts his hair in the middle all the way down his face and like on his head. And I just make myself look presentable here. Kind of like he doesn't have a tie, but he like pretends like he has a tie. And he'll just wait in
Like you
line.
do.
Yeah, he'll just wait in line until he gets to the front and hope that the security doesn't recognize him.
Okay. So the line moves at a pretty slow pace. So while you're standing there just trying to, blend in with the crowd, that's when Alderman Florian shows up. What are you doing to get in?
Alderman Florian steps out of his limo and starts walking towards. He fixes his little like skinny new wave tie,
Nice.
and he just walks up and puts on the plastic face. Hello, I desire entry.
Yeah, you and everybody else get in line.
I am not everyone else. I am Alderman Rubio Florian.
I don't give you shit if you're the ghost himself. Do you have your name on this list? He holds up his clipboard. You see this thing? This thing tells me whether or not you get in here, unlike everybody else in line. If you aren't here, you're there. You got me, big guy?
Maybe you should look.
All right, fine. Click. Name?
Rubio
Rubio.
Florian.
Rubio Florian.
Yes, Florian.
You're our alderman, right?
I am this district's alderman, yes.
Yeah, I remember. You're the cyber zombie lover. Yeah, I voted the fuck against you. Like any hashtag anybody but Rubio.
That's
Hashtag
okay.
not my alderman. Yeah, get the fuck back in line, big man.
Hashtag not my alderman.
He's just like, well, no accounting for taste.
Real quick, give me a willpower roll.
All right. Let's see here.
Beat 2.
I gotta go to the Dice Rolls channel.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So you're settled on waiting in line?
Yeah, he's like, whatever. If it takes too long, I'll send Mensch.
Okay. So our extremely tall human male begin to cross paths with the extremely tall hairy troll.
He just looks up at him and kind of like kind of looks him up and down, sees he doesn't have any cyber, and kind of dismisses him.
Oh, Brody will see this very nicely dressed. It's like the antithesis of Brody. It's just so
Yeah.
clean and walking up and is kind of like he's used to disgusted looks, but he'll look at him and he goes, "Hey, I think I sat on your face the other day."
Uh,
You look like a turlet.
No, I didn't mean no disrespect, but there was a park bench outside the stuffer shack, and they had put the back part of it on the seat part of it, and I was sleeping, and I woke up, and your face, I had drooled, a nice puddle of drool all over your beautiful smiling face. And I just kind of sat there and looked at it for a while because it was not unpleasant to wake up to.
And a sheen of glass that made you shine in the morning light.
I wouldn't
Jeez.
kick you out of bed for eating crackers or nothing. But can I help you? You seem like you want something, or maybe you don't want nothing.
He looks at you and he's interesting. I would like to get in to the club.
Oh, well, hey, me too. I got a mysterious text message and then a voice message, which is odd because that seems kind of like an antiquated sort of way of talking to somebody, but it just played this strange music and I didn't like it all too much. But I'm also waiting in line. If you'd like to stand next to me, I reckon we could have a conversation. We could
Hey, what the
conversate a
fuck? You're
little
gonna let
bit.
this guy cut in front of us?
Oh, well, hey, he seems to be of importance. Can you not tell by how skinny his tie is?
I'm gonna do something here real quick.
Hmm.
Tenta,
Yeah.
give me a charisma roll. Beat 3.
Okay.
Target number 4. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Oh,
So,
jeez.
so you, we're gonna TLDR this, and I want you to tell me how you do it. You turn to look at the guy who called you out on cutting in line, and you are going to convince this guy that you need to be right here in line, whether in front of Brody or behind him, but one way or another, you need to be here in line. So I will let you decide for yourself how that happens.
All right. He'll look over. What's this guy look like that's giving him the guff?
He's about 5'10". He looks like Mark McGrath.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he looks like a douchebag in it's supposed to be a 3-piece suit, but it's way too loud and it's way too blingy. So this is definitely not something that you would wear to business.
Rubio will walk up like uncomfortably close to this guy and loom over him. I would like to keep my spot. I would like my friend to have the spot I gave him.
I didn't realize that was your spot that he was holding on to. Yeah, go ahead. That's my bad, bro. That's my bad. I didn't mean nothing by it. We're cool. Are we cool? Oh, we're cool, right? We're
He
good.
pulls a card out and he goes, "We are cool. Maybe
Uh,
I could get your vote." And he hands him the card.
yeah, you didn't vote. Cool. What did my vote? Root. Oh, all. I'm not in your district.
That's okay. Tell your friends.
That's not. I'm not in your district. Oh, that's fine.
Not a problem.
Tell your friends.
So, right about the time that you hunch over and get like super duper close in shitty Mark McGrath's face, that's when our man Brew finally walks up to the line from the bus stop.
Oh.
What you up to, Brew?
So I'm driving on up. I have no fucking like internal social norms. I'm just walk up to. I'm just gonna drive on up, flash the bouncer peace sign, try to walk by.
Whoa! What?
As
What
soon
the
as he
fuck
puts
you
his
up
hand
to?
on me, I turn around and walk to the back of the line.
All right, that's right. See, this is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. This is a line. The line goes one person at a time. Never mind those two big dudes back there. I don't know what the fuck's going on back there, but this is how the system works. If you aren't here, you are there. All right, next, please. And so the line continues to slowly progress. Do you try to get in with the other two, or do you take a spot just all the way in the back?
How many people are between?
You got shitty Mark McGrath, and then you've got maybe another 4 or 5 people, and they don't look like they actually get to be here.
Well,
Wait, you wouldn't know that. So sorry,
No.
that's too much information for somebody who has no idea about
I'm gonna
social
examine
cues.
them. Like I said, Brew has no internal social norms. He's like, I'm wearing nicer clothes than you fellas. Why don't I just bump in front of you guys? And I just kind of like try to like scooch in front of them, past them. I'm like, all right. And then when I get to these two guys, which are like a fucking brick wall, I just stop.
All right. Brick wall 1, brick wall 2. How are we taking this information?
Okay, so a shaman, he's 5'11", he's got unusually long arms and legs, but a short torso. He's lanky. He bumps into you. He's wearing nothing but a poncho. His toque is pulled all the way down. His mask is all the way up. He's going, "Hey, how's it going? My name's Brew."
Did you just bump me? He says.
Well, that depends. I mean, you're kind of bumped into me. I was just, have you ever heard of the freedom of movement concept? I'm moving freely, and you bumped into me by existing.
Oh, I am sorry about that.
You know what?
Hey, what are we just bumping each other over here? I'd like to get in on this action.
I haven't bumped with 3 guys since last time I was in the bathroom of this club.
I've only been on the outside of this. I'm hoping that one day I might go on the inside. Today, I feel like is that day.
Brew wants to roll a perception check on these guys. See if you can grok that they're Shadowrunners.
I'll tell you right now, like the door guys for Club Emerald have seen all fucking kinds try to stand up at the wall. Like they weren't shaken by the dude that looks like a giant orangutan. They weren't shaken by the extremely giant
that they're
human.
assassins or killers. It just means they look weird.
Oh, they don't give a shit. They literally
saying,
give no shit.
Can my character tell if like this guy cybered? Is he twitchy? Is this guy packing heat? Can I make
talking about us?
Sorry,
yeah.
I'd like to know. Yes.
All right.
Well, let's get a perception check, and target number 4.
My intelligence is just 3. 686. Oh, a 7. All successes.
Okay,
Ooh.
so you rolled 3 dice on that.
Yeah.
That's perfect because you only needed 2 dice to succeed. So, dice number 1, that'll be we'll take away the 6. It'll be easier. Your 2 5s. Your 2 5s. Gant, how much you want him to know?
Well, I'm in the Rubio.
Right.
Rubio right now. He'll you can see that he doesn't have regular people eyes. He has gray cyber eyes,
Hmm.
and you can tell by looking closer that he has ortho skin,
Ooh.
and he looks like he's carrying more muscle than his frame would allow, even though he's a tall person.
Mm, okay.
About Brody. Does he just look like a guy?
See, I look like just a 8 foot tall upright
So he is a brick shit
orangutan.
house. He looks like hired muscle at least. Okay, so maybe I could
Yeah, and
rock that.
you can tell that he has some he's not necessarily like a mage, but he is magical.
Okay, there's some
Like by his
awakening to him if I were to
yeah,
astrally perceive.
yeah.
I would be
Okay.
invisible, and you would see a bright aura on him
So
if
And
you looked at him.
as you're apprising Brody, just like giving him the wizard eye, he'll like kind of lean down to your height and he'll give you a wink.
be like, hey, you two look like a couple of suits. Are you here for the job?
I'm here for a job.
All right, we'll figure it out when we get in. But I think I'm gonna follow you guys around. You guys are big. You're like
So
the Twin Towers. I stand in between you. I'm totally safe.
I'll give you a ride on my shoulders if you'd like to have a better perspective of the situation.
I mean, I'm light, but I'm not short. We could probably be like 11 feet tall.
We'll get a really long trench coat and you can stand
My
on top of my
poncho's just like
wide
dipping over your
shoulders.
face, blinding you. Oh yeah,
so
I haven't
as you're
described
having
Brew
this,
actually. Maybe I should, just for the viewers, I'll describe Brew real quick. So he's lanky, like I said, and I did pay for tray sheet clothing, so he's kind of like very
Oh,
hippie like.
oh,
Underneath the scarves and the necklaces and the bracelets, there's a poncho, there's a paisley shirt, there's like brown tight bell bottoms, there's pointed toes like heeled boots. He's got all the accoutrements, so pretty chic clothing. He probably fits in the club a little bit until you get too close and then you kind of smell he's been sleeping. Kind of smell.
do you wear anything on your person at all that identifies any kind of connection to owls?
Well, my spell foci is it is a like a medicine pouch. There's two white owl feathers dangling from the clasp on it, and
Okay.
inside the medicine pouch there's owl things like an owl talon,
when
things
owl
like
poop,
that. Maybe that.
the little owl poops, they just poop out bones.
No,
Yeah.
that's the pellet.
Have
That's
you?
not poop. They vomit those.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they have this, yeah, they have this digestive system where when they eat a mouse, they swallow it whole, and then it like forms into a brick of fur and bones, and they just cough it out.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. So while y'all are having this conversation,
Son
of
of a
course, the
bitch.
line is moving ever so slowly. And as you're making your way back up to the door, like it's a ride at Disneyland and you don't have the fast pass, you finally get back up to the door, and there's that same fucking guard again. He's a 6.5 foot orc. This dude is pretty jacked, but he seems mostly natural. Um,
It's
he,
all
he's
me, buddy.
What a
he's
waste.
well dressed. Hey, he's well dressed, but he's still very intimidating. It's like like whenever you see private security for an extremely rich person at a social function, and they got the one guy that's always following him around. He's the one that likes to push people aside and go, "I'm sorry, sir, you can't get that close to them, sir."
I'm getting the
Like
feeling
that
that
guy.
he's not a very righteous person. It's kind of so Brew's gonna
Yeah.
like he's gonna use these two guys as like he's gonna be like, hey, I waited in line. I arrived back here. I would like to be in. I will have you know that I'm actually the bass player for the band tonight, and I have been delayed by your shenanigans.
You're the bass player.
Don't I look like a bass player?
It depends on what kind of band, but I'll give you a hint. You don't look like what the band's looking like tonight.
We're trying a
You
new
want to
look.
try that
Okay?
again, hippie?
No, you didn't even let me roll anything. He just invented a whole shit about that I didn't know about.
But I'm sure eventually there will come a point when I can be reminded that I need to take dice rolls. But okay, you know what? Thank you for reminding me that. I'm gonna go do that now. Do you have skill in persuasion or
no,
anything
I would
like
have
that?
to default to my charisma.
It's default to charisma. Okay. Target 6.
But trace sheet clothing help a bouncer's appraisal of someone getting into the club. Would you guys agree?
With this,
Yeah.
with this particular, how are you dressed, Rubio?
I put a picture in the general so you guys can see what Rubio looks like.
Oh, put it in the general.
Okay. Well,
I'll just roll 3d6. You figure out the target number.
So Rubio's
6.
wearing a very nice black suit.
Because what it is,
I do declare.
Like all three of you do not look like you know each other. You just happen to kind of group up together in this line. And
Yeah,
so
this guy's an oppressor, and we've joined together because we're like, this guy's a jerk.
And like,
Yeah.
all right,
This guy's preventing us from shadow running, for fuck's sake. What are we playing this game for?
like, all right, look, just because you think you can pass off as a basis, because you can, it doesn't mean you don't know what's going on in there. Because only the hang on, go for front. Yeah, HQ. I've got 3 of them here with me. They look like the most fucked up group of people I've ever seen, and we've seen some fuckers around here. Yeah.
Bruce looking like, is he really?
Those are
saying
harsh
this in front of us
words.
right now?
Yeah. I've got a dude. I got a dude who swears he's the alderman from Touristville. I've got a guy here who's dressed like a hippie. And then I got a homeless man that we've bounced off of here many times before tonight.
I have a home. It just happens to be in these streets.
Hey, I'll get to you in a little bit. Hang on.
I know when someone is flirting with me, sir.
Am I really supposed to let these people in, HQ? Fuck. All right, fine. Copy, HQ. They're coming in. He takes a step back. He pops open the velvet rope, and you see this guy just go, welcome to the fucking Emerald, I guess. Get your asses in there.
Name's Brew, add it to your list. You're on my list. Then I eyeball him as I back into the club and then turn around.
You actually kind of catch a whiff of some pretty stinky breath as you hear him in passing go, ooh, you're lying. Ooh.
Rubio just rolled a willpower check.
Can I kill this guy? Rip his head off?
But you knocked
Like
it out
you
of the park
succeeded.
on that one.
Yeah. He
Like,
looks him up and down and kind of growls at him and walks off.
Like, well, like he's like you. If you looked into his eyes, you would have seen a fair amount of intimidation because you do tower over him by like 1.5 feet. So you're just like, ugh. But he still has he still has to maintain the image of an oppressor, and so
Yeah.
he's just like, whatever. And then you walk in.
Of course.
You have any parting words for our shitty little orc bouncer, Road?
He just,
Just like when he walks in, he says, listen, I know when someone's trying to flirt with me. All right, buddy. You're just not my type. But maybe someday. I'll see you in the club. How about you come and we'll have a dance?
And he just has this disgusted look on his face as we walk in.
Brody
Like,
offers him a pity slow dance.
when he looks at him, he also has no idea about like social cues. So when he like looks at him disgusted, he'll say like, "I'll see you when your shift's over."
uh-huh.
With the weirdest look, but I'll see you. Like as if he's, but not like he's gonna beat him up. Just later when
I'll see you later.
God, so funny.
So you walk up to you walk up to the coat check, and there is somebody in there waiting for you already. And you see him like he's got this He's got the bouncer arm cross thing. He says, you three, on me, follow. And he takes you on the side door he has a key for.
Even though he didn't say walk this way, Brew is trying to mimic his exact gait.
He doesn't give a shit. Like, this is a man on a mission now, because apparently you're an important person. So you get up, and it kind of takes you into the VIP lounge kind of thing. It's like the main floor is down there on the bottom, and that's where all the dancers are. You can see the go-go's, you can see just the regular mooks. You've got the DJ up on the stage, and then behind him are all of the like synth instruments and such for the actual live set that's about to play. Yeah. This is Club Emerald, so most of the lights are green tinted. You'll see the occasional red, and you'll see the occasional like yellow, goldish yellow kind of thing going on. The place has red, green primary, red secondary, and then gold trim on everything. So everything kind of looks like green
you
Italian
laid that out
marble.
like a custom palette in a video game. The primary color.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like they leaned into the whole Emerald City thing for Seattle and just went with it all the way. If you're gonna do it upright. But where you're led up to is, there's a little stairwell, and it takes you up to the second floor. There's a balcony type area that stretches all the way across, and you've got the bartenders. There was one underneath that he kind of caught as he opened the door. There's one on the other side, basically just literally across the dance floor. You notice that you have much nicer bar up here. You've got slightly larger tables, and everybody here is really nice. Like, this is the VIP lounge. And as you guys start to walk in, all of a sudden you hear gunfire.
Oh shit.
You look, perception checks, everybody.
In gunfire in the club?
Yes.
So we'll roll our perception, which is just
That's our strength intelligence. All right. So
no, that's not the strength intelligence.
Our straight intelligence.
Oops, I'm putting it in the wrong fucking thing.
Before a combat pops off, though, I'd like to cast a spell.
You'll have opportunity, because you're basically at an ambush point for this if there is ever going to be any combat. Okay, so Tenta, you've got a pretty decent 9 there. Chef, you've got a 6. That's not really the best rolls there. You got
Yep, I heard them.
You heard the shots, but you can't tell where they're from.
I heard a shot.
You're looking at which.
Hey, was that the music? Was that the music, or was that a gunshot?
Was that a car backfiring out front? Did someone cyber backfire in one of the old diesel powered ones? Bang!
Rubio,
full start.
Rubio and Brew, you can tell that those shots came from the dance floor in the middle. Okay. And when you look down to see where those shots came from, you see a couple of dudes, and they've got like twin HK 223s like up in the air. They like John Anderson's his double fisting SMGs.
Yeah.
He's got like, they both got him up here like this. One dude has already basically emptied his clip from one, but he's acting like he's still got some more rounds in there.
This is kind of everybody get down. This is a robbery type of move.
Pretty much. At this point, the crowd starts
dispersing, scattering,
It is utter fucking chaos.
Yeah.
So at this point, you can do whatever prep that you want to do. I'll give you one good prep action and then roll for initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast improved reflexes, level 3. So I believe that's at least force 3 because it's level 3 of the spell.
Okay.
So I have a health foci that gives me 3.
Okay.
And I have, it's nighttime still, so I get plus 2d6.
So you're rolling what, 5?
So it's
the 5 as a base.
It's 3, and then 3. It's 8 as a base without any pool. So I'm just gonna roll those 8.
Nice. That means you can save your pool for
soaking. because this is a
Then you save
deadly.
your
This
pool
is
for-
too deadly to soak. Actually,
Yeah, you're gonna have to use the drain on that like a lot.
so 8d6, and this is the target number for this is 6.
Okay.
Oh, couple.
I'm seeing an exploding die. You got 2 successes.
Okay, now to soak this. So I did the math previously playing this character. I need 8 successes at a target number of 2. Soak the drain, and then
Should be
after
doable.
that, I'm sustaining the spell.
That's okay. That's
because the drain is force divided by 2. No, it's force, or is it reflex? It's just force divided by 2 deadly. So I cast it at force 3. Force divided by 2 is what, 1. Force
1.5.
Yeah, but then round it up to 2 because it's Shadowrun. So 2 is my target number.
I mean, 33% failure rate.
Yeah. So my full willpower is 6, and then I have 5 left in the magic pool. So yeah, 11 d6, 96. Oh, what is it? There we go. 11 d6, 96. So that's
Wow.
Everything above 2, everything above 1 is a success. Then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn. So I take a light stun.
All right. So you get a little trickle of blood rolling down your nose.
Maybe I should re-roll that.
Sure?
I'll use a karma of tonight. I'll get it back next time probably.
Nah,
Sorry,
don't worry about the
fucking
karma.
dog.
I'll let you re-roll that. This will be your one re-roll, and then
Okay.
we'll just go for
It's
the
a
better of the
mulligan.
2 options.
Mulligan.
We'll let you mulligan for now.
All right. I love
1,
mulligan.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. So that's a full soak.
There you go. All right, we'll take that. So you feel the mana begin to surge. Is this for just use for everybody
This is
else?
reflex. I cast it on myself. So
Okay.
I start to like vibrate slowly. Like you guys can't see me. I'm looking blurry all of a sudden. It's not like the wired reflex is twitchy. I'm just like vibrating.
Red Bull gives you wings, so
Yeah.
you drank a whole 6-pack.
Yeah. Okay.
So
okay, I'm ready for combat. I could
okay,
I'm ready to roll initiative if you guys want to start the combat with these guys.
Rubio, Brody, what are y'all up to?
Rubio's gonna fade into the crowd and go into stealth mode.
Oh, stealth mode.
Okay,
Yeah. Even though he's a giant, he's very stealth.
Brody, what you doing to prep against a couple of guys armed with guns?
It's the how close am I to the bar?
You're probably about 30 feet
I don't like
because
that.
you were right there. He had you walking along
Because
the edge of
Brody's
the
so
balcony.
desperate. He's like, oh my god, they're not protecting the booze.
So that's also something about Brody. His fighting style is drunken boxing.
Oh, he needs to be drunk.
I don't
Okay.
need don't sometimes he
need
just
to.
pretends.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just pretends because
Yeah.
it's fun. I'm gonna make my way. I'm gonna dive behind the bar, but like a lateral, like full body dive and like take out the bartender.
Monster. Like I'm drinking television.
That's cool.
It is
It
rad.
feels like you're drinking television sometimes too.
Yeah.
It is a very sparkly drink. So
And he'll just say tight cover, and he'll jump over the bar.
I'm gonna mulligan on my stealth roll.
Okay.
Mulligans have been introduced and immediately abused.
well, this will be the only chance you get to mulligan. So if
Yeah,
you're
it's-
going to
it's
do
day
it, you're going
one,
to do
right?
it.
Hey,
Yeah,
this
mulligans
is
on round 1.
this is a plot mulligan, not a.
Yeah, we're basically going through the tutorial fight. Right now.
Hey, there we go.
That's better. That's better. That's 3 hits. So there you go. As for you, Brody, I'll let you grab 1 bottle of something and then chug it, and then that'll be your prep.
Perfect.
All right. So now that we've done that, let's roll some initiative. We'll hang on to that initiative order shortly. Are you gonna
6 plus 4.
So I'll do it like this actually.
19.
Tenta, Mac, Nick.
Oh, the
So
Null Sheen initiative tracker.
you're
Damn.
22. Damn, homie. Mac.
Oh no, because it's +7 to each. It should be +7 to the total. So what he got was 8 + 7.
Oh,
Oh,
you
15.
you still have exploding d6 on
Oh.
your rolls.
Okay.
It
Okay,
didn't
that
explode that time, but it didn't matter. You have to put a space between the plus, so it'll add the +2.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I got a 15.
okay.
Oh,
So
so you put a
Tenta, you
space
got a
between
15.
them? Okay.
Still respectable. Mac, you got a 19,
19.
looks like.
There we go. 10 is better than 7.
And Nick, you got a 10. All right, so this will not come into account yet because you'll have I'll give you one combat action now that you've taken your ambush advantage pretty much. I'll give you one combat action and then we will start using it there. Because what's going on now is now that these two have announced themselves, we've had two other guys from both bars. So a grand total of 6 people. They have revealed AK-97s from underneath their dance garb. And now the 6 of them are starting to make their way through the crowd, come up to each other in the center.
Trying
And
to
then they
converge
start
on these interlopers type of thing. Like these are the guards, the security. Or are they part of the ambush and they're now like revealing themselves?
perception check.
Ooh. Scary.
The 3. So you can tell they're obviously not staff.
They're bad guys. Okay, so
These are just rando bad guys. You can actually start to notice the security is trying to find some way to get into cover, but there's hardly any cover here because again, big ass dance floor.
Okay, so,
So
there's 8 guys you're saying. So we got like for free
6.
6 guys.
Yeah, there were 2 in the center, and then there
4
were 2
more.
at both of the bars,
Okay.
and they're converging.
If somebody jumps over the bar for cover, I'm gonna throw them back out onto the dance floor.
What I'd like to do is get into within 10 meters of one of these guys with AK-97s.
I love it.
That's with my little free action before the actual round starts. I want to get into short range.
Well, you remember that you are standing on the VIP balcony, and directly underneath your feet was the other bar.
Oh.
So you see 2 guys way over here on the far side. They start to run towards the center. And then all of a sudden, as you're looking at the crowd and everything, you see 2 more with the AK-97s just kind of pop up from directly underneath you from the floor below. Okay. So right now you're already at the 10 feet, basically.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna draw my Uzi.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a burst fire only too.
One of us brought a gun. Hell yeah.
You know, when you have to sustain a lot of spells, it's like, well, I can't electrocute him now. I might die. I could use a gun.
Yeah. It makes sense. I don't think Nick and I have a gun, which is funny.
So I get into short range. I'm standing still. This guy's running though.
Never touched it firearm.
But not real. So good news, bad news. Good news is they can't move very fast because they're trying to push their way through this very panicked crowd, trying to flee the scene of gunfire.
Okay.
So they're not moving very fast.
My SMG skill, which is 5, and I'm gonna roll my max amount of combat pool. So here's 10d6.
It's 10d6. I'm gonna give you target number 8.
Oh, then
I mean, you still got 3. You still got 3 successes on that. No, you got 2 successes. You got 2 successes.
So that stages it from a 6M up to a 6 serious, right?
Yeah, every 2 successes.
What was the damage?
Oh no, it's every 2 successes. So the first success just deals 6M. Every 2 successes
6M.
after that stages it up. So it just 6M.
But the UZ3 I think is burst fire only, isn't it?
Oh yes, so it should stage up.
Yes, it should stage up just on its own.
Yeah, and -1 target number for the laser sight, +1 recoil
Okay.
comp.
Okay, that's good.
So
that
then that means I
basically,
got 3 successes.
yeah, that basically negated your the fact that you're shooting into a crowd. So 3 successes. You're aiming for 1, yeah.
That's a 6 serious. He
Okay.
has to soak it with minus whatever his ballistics armor and then body.
And then body, we'll just say his.
Did it stage up? Oh, the burst staged up not just to a 6 deadly. It's like a 8 deadly.
8 deadly.
Yeah. So your target number is 8.
Nah, that shit didn't happen at all. He ate the shit out of all of that. So you see one of the guys, he's running out there, and all of a sudden the dude on the left just drops. Like, you see him kind of throw his hands up. He's still got his hands on his 97, and he just face plants, eats shit on the floor. And
anyone
I'm
who
gonna make this
observes the shot might, if they were looking closely, they might see the muzzle flare observe. It resembles the talon of a owl.
Oh, that's rad.
Nice.
That is quite rad. Unfortunately, such amazing visual effects are wasted on a crowd intent on nothing but fleeing the scene.
Mhm.
So the only people who get to see it are you and your teammates who are watching this happen. The good news on that, though, is because there's so much chaos, they were close enough to each other that they were just kind of following each other through the crowd. When that one dropped, the other guy didn't have a fucking clue about it. Like, he just hit the ground and his buddy went off without him. And when the remaining 5 converge in the center, you can kind of tell that one of them's kind of looking, like, one starts looking around like he was just here with a buck.
The gunshots were on the tempo of the beat of the techno playing.
Yeah, like the fucking John Wick club fight scene.
Yeah, so
I mean, it's sure
hears,
gonna look like that, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody hears the shots either.
All right, so there's that. Anybody want to do any movement to try to get on the floor and knock these guys out?
We got like
Yeah.
free maneuver before we start the actual.
I'm gonna sneak up on them and get within arm's distance of one of them.
Okay, so you've got 2 options. You can either go back down the stairs where you came. You can continue to follow the bouncer that was leading you to wherever. He took a door further off to your left. That's probably maybe about 50, 60 feet away. And
so we're upstairs?
Yeah, you're on a VIP balcony.
Where are they compared to where I am upstairs?
So they're on the floor on the bottom.
Yeah, they're on the floor below you, and they are probably about 100 as they start to, they're eventually going to get to be about 100 meters away. You can see where the 2 were that were doing this number, and they're kind of like spinning around doing this and being scary looking and everything. But the 2 that were flanking to converge, they're probably about 50 feet out from you, and they're about 50 feet out from each other.
So
I'll grab one of them.
Picture like the club that we were at for the concert. We're up in like the sound booth. They're down at like the front of the stage.
I feel like the bar's underneath us, so you're behind the bar, and we're like on top on this, like, I guess like there's like this platform, or like a
the dance floor is your
floor.
Yeah, your dance floor is your main floor here. Like, it is a wide open spot, and then you have 2 bars flanking, like kind of recessed into the walls right there on the ground floor, so that all you got to do is just walk up to the bar, get your drinks, and then walk back into the dance floor.
You don't have to cross
dance like
the
a drunken
whole
idiot.
dance floor to get to the other.
Can I?
Right.
Am I within range of jumping on them from the balcony?
I would say. Oh, what's your strength rating?
8.
8? Oh yeah, it's easily doable. Like, I can totally see.
Would you roll strength for a body slam or body? Because you're just easy. Are you just throwing your whole weight, or are you doing like a stomp, downward stomp?
Strength for the jump and body for the damage.
Are you doing the coup de grace? on this guy?
I'm just gonna run and drop a big fucking elbow on him.
I like that idea. Give me a
Doing the flipper elbow. He's Kevin Nash. Recognize he's Kevin.
I won't let you
It is.
I won't let you do the strength roll because you're close enough and there's nothing happening that's going to be like going on there. The only thing you'll have to be worried about is your accuracy because the crowd is still trying to like find their way out. And don't worry about the dude that just got shot because he's being trampled to death right now.
So you're saying
Okay.
you're saying that like if it were on a hex board right now, there's so many minis. Everyone is hex to hex. So even making a melee attack, he has an increased target number. Because it's like they have friends in combat because you have to aim so precisely.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I hope no one gets steamrolled by this except for who needs it.
So here's how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
I want you to give me a strength roll, and that will be your damage. Because with a guy your size, I think we're not even gonna do stun. We're just gonna do straight physical. Like if you land on this dude, you're gonna fucking hurt him. Your size, this height, and that strength. So
how much do you weigh because of all of your cyber?
405 pounds.
Shushy booshy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This dude is fucked if you land on him.
Yeah. My bones are made out of titanium, so this is not going to be fun.
God, I wish that were me.
I want you to give me. I want you to give me I want you to give me a strength test. 1 or a 2, it'll be a medium. A 3 or a 4, it'll be a serious, and any higher than that will be deadly.
All right, so we'll just do. Oh, okay. Didn't really get him that good.
Well, you put it in chummers?
Oh,
yeah, you
fuck.
put it in chummers.
Oh, man. God damn it. Here, I'm gonna delete this.
And
Do a reroll then. Don't worry about deleting it. Just
we didn't get patted down.
Yeah, reroll it.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of what was here.
So I want to delete the evidence of you being silly.
Silly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm comforted by the lack of evidence. So
it's on camera.
The internet always remembers.
Me and Nick are both recording.
Oh God.
Oops.
Caught in HD, except you don't look HD at all because of the spaceman filter.
Totally dog balls, McGee.
That was the guy who ran the junkyard in my neighborhood.
Good old dog balls, McGee.
Mine too.
I mean,
weird.
it's still you're still rolling serious. So now I need you to roll. It's not.
Like an athletics
it's not
or
agility.
Like a body check. You have athletics?
Yeah, and I got a good
it's a
body.
quickness. Roll
An
quickness
ample.
to see your accuracy on your body fling.
Okay.
This one I'll give you a target number 4. Make those dice coin flips.
Because he has to like make all these sub-secret rolls. Like, did you just do like a suicide plancha to this guy?
Yeah.
All right, so 3 successes. You hit the guy, and
Hell yeah.
he's gonna fucking feel it because that's a medium. If they don't have any, well, I guess I still need to roll.
They might not have any impact armor.
Do they have
they don't have any armor, but they still that one guy still stages it down. So you're gonna feel a little bit of struggle underneath the dude as he tries to find a way to operate with a 7-foot, 405-pound guy landing on top of him, and he's face down too. Like he landed face down as well because you jumped in from behind and took him out like that.
Yeah. It was definitely like the Undertaker's suicide plancha where the cameraman misses him.
Ooh.
And then they just cuts to him laying on top. Yeah.
Well, I need video for that one. That sounds like that doesn't sound intentional.
There was one someone didn't catch him and he just hit the ground.
The cameraman didn't catch him, and he was like a second generation
that's right. The
wrestler.
Not that the cameraman didn't get it on film. He was literally a stuntman that was supposed to catch the Undertaker.
And did not. And the Undertaker ate it.
He just head first into the ground.
He said it was
Oh.
the most nasty bump he's ever taken.
Okay,
And
here we
apparently
go.
he cussed this guy out and got him fired
I mean,
right
there's
after
certain
the
bumps
match.
like Lita would take bumps, and she was not actually that good at taking. Remember when she broke her neck by doing the suicide dive out the middle rope?
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
being willing to is never a good thing.
But she had her heels up in the air, so she counterweighted herself. Her body folded forward onto her neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scorpion action.
Okay, so I just watched a clip of Undertaker absolutely eating shit and hitting the cameraman.
Yes.
Yeah.
The good news is,
That's
however, that if you imagine the cameraman is one of these gunmen, you've got it.
You tagged him.
So the both of you are just kind of like right there, just like he's over here going, oh fuck, what just hit me?
Yeah, the
And you're
Undertaker
just
rolled
kind
a
of laying on
glitch
your
on
back
like a
going
12 wrestling athletics concentration that day.
All right, Brody, that leaves you. Make your movement.
How clear is the dance floor?
The dance floor is almost clear.
Is there a panic at the disco
Is there blood
on the dance floor?
Okay.
So he's behind. There's like a VIP bar, I'm guessing, like up in our booth that I jumped behind.
Yep, that's precisely where you are.
Okay.
Like you jump behind, you grab, like you use your long ass troll arms to reach over, and like I think you like no look reach and just kind of
It's just whatever.
Bottle,
He's not in particular. He'll go for well if there's just like a drawer full of like well whiskey down on the bottom.
So he's not even up here. He's just kind of like rooting around down here for something.
Hey,
you just kind of grab it. You pop that little the little nozzle that they have on all of it. You just go. Boom.
It all tastes good. It all tastes good to me, feller. I mean, if there's like bitters down there, he'll drink that.
So on top of this big ass like drink of alcohol that has now made you the drunken master that everyone has been waiting to see, you are now armed with a bottle.
Nice.
You got an empty bottle in your hand, my friend.
I do have a throwing weapon skill.
Fuck yes, my man.
Like a monkey throwing a beer bottle, dude.
So he has
I just have to represent Canada for a second. Alberta Pure, tariff-free if you live in Canada, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay.
If you live in Kentucky, you can go to hell. Your whiskey could burn in hell.
Flex, bro.
So because I have had very low skill points to work with in the beginning, he's very specialized. So we have a throwing skill.
Okay.
But he has a concentration in throwing explosives, like grenades and Molotov cocktails.
So I'll work with you on this. You remember those World War II potato masher grenades? The Stielhandgranate?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
The handle ones.
Like if you've ever picked up a big ass
end.
Yeah.
Those look fun to throw, honestly.
Well, no, I just wanted to let you know that's what I will use my lowered throwing skill to chuck this bottle, but that's if I'm better at throwing explosives. That's why I asked how clear the dance floor was.
It's not clear yet.
I'm not gonna throw a grenade. I'll throw the bottle.
The way that grenades work, Nick, is so you
the
throw
scatter table.
Oh, forget the scatter table. So you pick the target in the center. What's the damage of your grenade? It's like 8M. If it's high explosive, it's like what?
10S. Yeah, 10S.
So that means that it does damage for 10 meters. So
and every meter
it goes down by
target,
one.
it goes
the
down
grenade
by
lands,
one.
it scatters, it detonates, and if someone's right where the grenade scattered, they basically take the full 10S. Every meter away from the blast,
okay,
the damage scales down.
Heard.
So if you're 10 meters away, you're taking 1S.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I still won't throw a grenade.
Oh no, 10 meters away,
in
you're
the
taking
building.
0. At 9 meters away, you're
taking 1.
Yeah.
So he'll like the Beast in the X-Men cartoons from the 90s. He'll kind of like leap bear run, like up over the bar and then over to the balcony, and then he just takes this bottle, which looks like one of the miniature booze bottles in his big, meaty troll hands. His fingers he's like 8'1". His fingers have got to be almost as big around as like a Red Bull can.
If you're
Almost,
playing
yeah.
at home, Brody looks like Chewbacca wearing an astronaut suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chewbacca wearing an astronaut suit
Like, if
but he's a
Chewbacca
ginger.
suddenly realized he was naked one day and was like, "Oh my god, I have shame."
Yeah.
And he put it on.
But he's not a ginger. He's blonde, so all his hair is like blonde, and he has a bowl cut. And that's his signature.
Yeah, he looks like a Planet of the Apes character.
Yeah, he looks like Dr. Zaius, but tall, like really tall. That's who I like envision. Dr. Zaius, he's super tall, same leathery pleather jumpsuit. So he'll run over to this balcony and with this small little bottle, just rocket it, Randy Johnson style, down at
Submarine.
yeah, down at one of these fair gentlemen with the guns. The one who looks bewildered, that's looking for his buddy that's not there.
That one was the one that got knocked down by the suicide plancha.
Oh, okay. So then I guess we'll just any of the other ones.
Which now you have a clear shot for, because enough people kind of just got knocked aside by that suicide plancha and the subsequent tackle that happened as a result.
Area of effect splash.
Yeah, pretty much. So everybody just kind of
like in the Matrix.
almost. So like, hey, just the sheer thought of a 7 foot, 400-pound man just like flying through the air is like, oh shit. So they all just kind of dodge. So you've got this brief little moment right there where you can see the remaining 4 guys in the center, and they are in shock about what just happened as they see their friend get knocked the fuck out by this dude flying through the air. And then as they look further, they see their other guy laying face down on the ground, he's not moving anymore. And the gun's been kicked like 4 or 5 feet away from him by the fleeing crowd.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And so the remaining 4, they were like, what the fuck? So they haven't even started to run to check on their friend.
I'm just gonna lace this bottle down right at the guy who's like, I guess, closest to the balcony.
Hell yeah. Give me that throw weapon roll.
Do it.
Do it.
Hey, Tony, do
him. Hey, Tom. Want me? Oh no! What did that one guy in Sopranos? Hey, T. Take you to the dog races.
All right, let's use some dice pool dice here. So I have 7.
Let's watch the documentary.
I have a
Greyhound
4.
Racing. Apparently, there's like only 2 Greyhound racetracks in all of them.
You can burn through your entire combat pool right now, because as soon as
I only have a 4 with my skill, so I can only use 4 dice.
Fair enough.
So we'll just double the dice.
I
forgot to explode them. I only got 1 6 though, but that's fine. 3 successes is fine.
Yeah, 3 successes is good enough. I mean, yeah. So you rocket this bitch, and we're talking like camera follows as the bottle does the cool little spin, and you see more guy.
Tight spiral. He's tight spiraling this one.
Oh, tight spiral. So we're talking
he's
like
a quarterback. He's a quarterback, and he's like,
yeah.
He's doing one of those.
Rico, how much you want to bet I can throw this ball over them mountains?
Okay, so if that's the case, shit. I need to do. Let's come up with a damage roll on this.
If it's a tight spiral, it would be flying butt first. That's how you do
but
damage.
Yeah, ass.
You're flying butt first.
Ass first. Yeah.
Okay. So, we'll give
I got two successes over the first one, so that'll stage up the damage code by 1 level of. So I'm guessing from like a moderate wound or a light wound to a moderate wound, or a moderate to a serious.
It's on the master weapon too.
like thrown bottle.
It's an improvised weapon. I mean, it's whatever.
It's
And
gonna
it's
it's gonna do stun. It's not gonna do physical.
right. Well, I was kind of thinking if you hit the guy hard enough that you would have embedded the mouth of the bottle
It
straight
shatters.
into his
The
head.
shards go into his eyelids. Ah!
Oh, not even that. It doesn't break. It hits so hard it
Oh.
breaks through his skull.
He was taking aim also.
Like Seth Green in Idle Hands, when he's a zombie and he has the bottle sticking out of his forehead.
Yep. So yeah, let's give you. I think I'll make that a 3L, and then I
Nice.
need one more. No, he eats the shit out of that. And so
Wow.
like he's more he is equally stunned and hurt by this
I
because
appreciate you
he's
rolling
still
this mob.
wondering
as
what the
3
hell's
across
going
the
on
board,
with his
Chuck.
friends. What's up?
I appreciate you rolling this mob as 3 across the board. I'm noticing
yeah.
all your rolls.
Like super easy.
Yeah.
So at that point, the 2 guys with the HKs, you hit one of them. So he's like, oh fuck. And you know what? I'm gonna make another quickness roll. Quickness of 3. Oh yeah, he fucks the shit out of that roll. So here's what happens. You hit the guy, and like I said, you spook him. When you hit him, he accidentally lets off a 3-round burst. And he
Oh,
pops. He pops the one of the other guys with the
Just
AK.
laces his friend up right next to him.
Oh
Yep.
no!
Terry!
Have you ever seen the movie I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker? Isaac Hayes' character like does a full like commando style, like he's got all of his weapons. He walks out in front of the place he's leaving. He tips over from the weight, and a gun goes off, and he dies. He dies from his own gunshot wound as they're about to like go kill the bad guys at the end of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker.
Nice.
I forgot about how awesome that was.
Okay, not a lot of people know about that movie. Everybody knows like Don't Be a Menace to South Central while you're drinking your juice in the hood, right? Because that's
Yeah.
like the 90s parody. I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker parodies all the 70s black. Not a lot of people even care about that. That's probably why it's like not as.
I've seen it,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
why,
funny as hell.
That's why stuff like Black Dynamite works so well.
Black Dynamite's so good. I threw that before I came in the room.
I love the animated series is funny as shit too.
Michael Jai White is like a legitimate, like amazing martial artist.
Yes.
Yes,
He is.
And he's a high level striker. Like there's a video of him teaching Kimbo Slice. He's like, okay, block my punch. He throws a quick punch. Kimbo blocks it. He's like, you're gonna block this punch. And he puts his fist like this. Punches him in the face. And it's like, you can't really tell that it's moving because it's just
Heading straight into you.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's how you strike without. It doesn't matter how fast it is. It just matters the accuracy and the angle. That's all that matters.
Okay. So this 227 does a 7M. He did a burst fire. So I think that's what, 9 serious now?
Yeah.
So it's a 9 serious, and let's see how much shit his poor buddy eats on that. Well, he stages it back down to a medium.
Wasn't his
So-
target number 9?
8. Yeah, it was 9.
He got nothing. He didn't stage it at all.
No, he didn't he? Yeah, you're absolutely right. He didn't do anything. Well, I guess that would be an exploding, wouldn't it?
He ate that shit, huh?
I.e.
If
6.
these guys are naked, yeah, their target number is the pure power of the weapon after it's staged up.
Well, unfortunately for him, even though one of those dice exploded, the other 2 glitched. So never fucking mind on that. Yeah, he eats shit too. Like he takes all 3 of those rounds center mass. And so this
he takes
other
one shot to the shoulder
AK-47
and then he turns towards it. The next one gets him in the throat.
They're like
Almost.
Marvel
soak. Yeah.
style henchmen, just like red shirts. They have straight off the street.
No combat instincts. Just
Yeah,
put a gun in their arms. Yeah.
Well, they weren't expecting this kind of a fuck up on here. So you're dealing with a Keystone Cops version of of a heist. We're talking like some
Keystone robbers
y'all seen the
here.
movie Snatch? It's like those three black
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
That level of incompetence. Yeah,
I love those guys.
When you reverse, things come from behind you, Tyrone.
He can barely get the fucking seatbelt across him, and he's like, "We are fucked if he's our getaway driver."
Could land
So-
a jumbo fucking jet in there.
So like I said, you hit that one guy with the bottle, and he throws a burst and kind of like this downward motion. So 1, 2, 3 is what is how that happens. It's like,
Oh,
and so like 3 rounds center mass, like this dude's starting to
Ouch.
cough up blood from his lungs. He's like, so he hits the ground too. So now 1 is confirmed dead, 2 are on the verge of death. And this is when the other HK wielder guy, this is when he starts to do this number. No, it was the AK guy. The AK guy starts doing like almost military movement. He goes, "You two start going now. I'm gonna go look around." And so he starts looking around.
Is this the guy
and then
that was running with the buddy I killed, and then he started to realize, like, wait a minute.
No, he came from the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, the two that came from directly underneath you are now on the floor. One of them is underneath.
I dropped one.
Rubio.
Nick dropped the other.
Yeah, you dropped one. Nick temporarily dropped the other because he just took some medium damage. He hurts like a motherfucker, but he's fine.
Yeah, Tinta just smashed a guy.
Yeah.
His initiative is fucked for. We did this all before initiative actually began, so we're at a heavy advantage.
So now that you've essentially cut this team's
hold on,
operating
give me a
in
second.
half-
I need a brief moment. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. In the meantime, I probably need to be writing this down because just keeping it in the chat log is not working anymore. So
I know, Chuck. You're a little bit ADHD, like
a little bit of ADD. Like the upside on that is it allows me to bounce some good improv stuff.
Well, it allows you to get super engaged in certain situations.
Yeah, but that engagement is now starting to cost my concentration.
Yeah,
So-
there's a meter where it's yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna take the
Productivity versus
1, 2,
engagement.
3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
18
When
and
you
11
when
and
you enter a
110.
manic state, though, you could just forego the productivity and start making things up. That's what Trump does.
Right. I don't want to make this up though. I want the dice to be just as much of a storyteller as I am. Okay, so I said 1 was confirmed dead, 1's on the floor, bleeding out, and 1 is
Tend to
on the
flatten
floor.
one.
Yeah, 1 on the floor,
Pancake.
pancaked. So that means we're gonna drop the highest one. That was the 18, because that dude rolled a perfect roll on that. We're gonna drop the 11, so I've got a 10, a 9, and a 7. Number 1 is a 10. Number 2 is a 10.
I get to go again on 5.
Number 3 is a 9. And number 4 is a 7. And was everybody else keeping track of their initiative rolls?
I had a
Because now
10.
they keep.
Yeah,
You had a
I
10?
think it was either 17 or 19 that I had, and then Rick had
So-
12, and I believe Nick had like 9.
I had a 15, so I should be at 5 this round.
9. Oh, we're not even doing that yet. Like
Oh.
you're still at 15 right now.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. You took advantage of the fact that they didn't know you were up there, and they also didn't expect you to be acting against them at all.
That's
So
true.
they walked in expecting these guys were going to scare everybody off, and then they were going to go in and do whatever it was that they were going to do. But now, like I said, 1's dead. 1 is almost dead. 1 wishes he were dead. And now the other 3 are wondering what happened to their 3 friends. So you said, Brody, you had a
10. I just recopied the
You had a 10.
Okay.
dice roll.
Scroll
So
up.
well,
Oh,
I'll
that's-
just say, you know what? I'll
I
just say
think
the
you had
three
like a
of you go
20
before
did you have
those
like a
guys do.
22, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had a pretty
Um,
good one.
It was very high.
So that means we will start with you, Brew, and then we will go to or not Brew. We'll start with Rubio, then we'll go Brew, and then we'll
I
go
think I
Brody.
was one ahead of Rubio.
Okay. Then I was right. Brew, then Rubio, then Brody.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop the sustain spell, but I still have keep my initiative order.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Spark, Force 5 on first closest in line of sight. How these spells work, line of sight.
This will be the AK guy that just put 3 rounds into his buddy. Or the HK guy that just put 3 rounds into his buddy.
Okay, so this is a manipulation spell. I'll roll 66 at target number 4. So that's the target number for Spark. It's not too high. So I'm using 1 for my pool. When I cast manipulation spells, though, my pool goes from 5 to 7 because
Nice.
I took a concentration of manipulation.
Oh yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Smart.
So what effect does Spark have?
So Spark does Force M damage.
Physical or mana?
Is that physical? I don't. Let's see.
It's physical. It's
Physical?
elemental.
I'm electrocuting your fucking flesh.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, rad.
It's electricity damage, so it messes with comms or whatever is electricity on him, and he also gets zapped for damage.
So Force 5, I'll use 1 from the pool, so I have 6 left. Oh, damn it! Hold on. Slash R.
I'll figure it out real quick exactly what
There we go. So Spark 5, 66. I got the core open. I could read it for you. Target number. I did. It's 4. So I got 1, 2, 3 successes. So that stages it up to a Force 4 deadly.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, zap.
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 Okay, so
Zap.
I gotta soak this though. Let me roll that first. So I have 6 willpower. I saved 6 magic pool left, so I'm gonna roll 12.
Okay.
D6 IE6. What's the drain code on this? Force divided by 2 plus 2. So I cast it at Force 4. No,
So you're back up to 4.
No, it's plus 1. So force divided by 2 plus 1 M.
So 3.
So 3M.
Post-it note.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. That's enough to soak a deadly, so that's a good soak.
Oh, absolutely. You're good.
Oh yeah.
And physical, you resist with body, I believe. Unedited.
Yeah, body with no armor. I know these guys are naked. But the target number was Force 4, so they got 3 successes.
Yeah. So they stage it back down to a serious, but you're good because that one guy that hit the ground with a 3 to the chest, when you zap the other HK dude with that electricity,
Yeah, so the spark,
it's like a
what
taser.
it looks like, Bruce, sparks start to rise out.
So
An
you
arc.
watch like
lightning.
is it a ball or is it like a bolt?
It's an
Is it a
arc.
lightning?
It's an
Is it a
arc like
lightning
arc
eagle?
flies from
Or
the
a
tips of my
owl?
fingers.
Like there's almost like a physical connection between you and the target.
Yes.
So as you hit this guy with spark, you watch his body completely lock up. And we're just like, as he does that, he empties both guns. And one of them is pointing at
To
the
the
guy
ground,
who just
just
took the
levitating.
to the chest. So now, A, this dude has no more gun.
He has to use
And B,
actions to reload.
yeah, pretty much. And B, he just finished off the dude that took 3 to the chest and still somehow survived.
So
He killed him?
It was staged.
Oh,
up,
yeah.
It
God.
was staged up from moderate to a
Horrifying.
serious. So he did take a moderate. Still, he took a 4.
He did take a moderate himself.
Which means he also needs to make a strength test of 4. Otherwise, he is knocked down.
Strength test of 4. And there's a
Yeah,
3.
when you get hit with
Uh,
electricity damage and it's a moderate or worse, you have to make a or strength or a body save of 4 to not fall over.
and he got 2, so he's still like
He's like
somehow like he's kind of locked up. So
He's
Yeah, it's like
rigid.
when your knees lock up and you just stiff, even though you're like, I'm gonna fucking tip over, dude.
but like I said, like the locking up that happens throughout his entire body makes his hands squeeze into as much a fist as they can. And his arms have dropped to his side as he's doing this. And he has emptied his right hand gun into the floor, and he's emptied his left hand gun into his friend.
Oh
Nice.
God.
So
There's
you
like
now
two
have
left.
2 confirmed dead. You have the one that is now a Rubio sandwich.
Heck
Man, I
yeah.
could go for a Reuben right about now. And
Me
then
too,
you got
always.
you got the dude that you're so your 3 remaining are 1 AK guy that came in from the far side and 1 HK guy. And then you've got another AK guy that came in from underneath you. He needs to find a way to get out from underneath Rubio before he can get into fight. He's essentially grappled right now.
Good
But
luck on that.
You've got 3 dead. You got 3 left. So
All right. Who's
we're gonna
churn?
do some acting here. The oh right. So that means you, number 1, are dead. Now that we're in actual combat. Number 2 is going to be the guy underneath Tenta. And I'm going to have him roll a strength test to see if he can wiggle his way out.
Like a
Now,
dead horse on top of him.
pretty much. And it really does feel like a dead horse because this motherfucker's just stuck. Again, he's face down on the ground. He can't move his arms, much less find anything to aim at because he can't see either.
If
He's
he
like
was
this on the
smart,
floor.
he would just tickle him.
He can't even reach that. Bro, he's face down, and Rubio is right on top of him. So he's like this. He can't move at all.
Lick
So
him.
he's still stuck. He is incapacitated this round. And since that was 10, that means he's done. Number 2 is going to be our it's going to be our other HK guy, the one that didn't just shoot his friend. And he is going to see this giant man laying on the floor that looks like he's over one of his squad mates, and he's going to take a shot at you with that AK.
Hey, Rude, he just
All
fell.
right.
That guy just fell off the
Yeah.
balcony.
I just fell off the balcony. I don't see what's so threatening.
Okay, AK 98. Well, I'm going to have him panic, so he's going to full auto.
Oh shit! How many shots is he busting out?
We'll give him 5.
Oh God! You're gonna kill me on the first round.
You'll be fine.
But the
plating,
gun
dude.
doesn't have the gun doesn't have any kind of anything, and B, he has to take a penalty because he's panicked. So
Oh, that's
he can't
true.
aim at all.
That's a sucky thing to be panicked with an automatic rifle.
He's scared.
So I believe that's going to be
He's scared. I know that look.
I gave him firearms. Firearms at 3. Not even going to worry about a combat pool. So once again, it's a 3d6, i.e. 6. I guess I should type the whole thing. 3d6, i.e. 6. Okay, so he's got he's got 1 success. So that's 8. I think it stages up, right?
1 success makes it at what its base is.
Okay, so it is 8M.
Okay.
So minus whatever your armor is and what you control your body.
So it's my armor is 7,
Okay.
and
It's
then
one.
my body
One is the target number.
and my body is 8.
So roll 8 die. And how much it's a moderate, so you need
Yep.
1, and then 2, it's a light. 2 more, it's nothing. So you need 5.
So just don't roll ones.
I got
He's got
1
a-
1.
Well,
He
technically,
has
your
1,
target
1.
number can't be 1, so it should be 2 at most. But still.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
fine. Well, again, the guy's completely panicked, so he just he got one good hit off of you, and the only thing you feel is like when the bullet ricochets off the ground next to your head, you can feel the little chunks of concrete, of synthcrete, just kind of like skim across the top of your head. So
Ouch.
you got a little owie right now.
Yeah.
That's it. You're fine.
You got peppered.
So that's number 3.
What a jerk.
Number 4. Number 4 can't do anything because his guns are reloaded. So he's making for he's making for what is assumed the objective, because he starts running in the direction that his now defunct guy told him to go. He starts making his way towards the stage and off to one side where you see a pair of locked double doors. And he starts running off there. And now we have another initiative roll. Oh, wait, no, we don't, because you still have a 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets
So
to
that
go
means
at 5.
Yeah, I
Brew
got 6.
and
I got I should go at 6, and he should go at 5.
yeah. So
Okay.
Brew,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, Brew will go again, and then Rubio will go again.
Okay.
And then
so who's left?
you've got one guy making his way to the door. You've got one guy pancaked on the ground, and then you got one guy. You got one guy who is really wishing he hadn't missed.
Okay, so how far away? Who's closest? On the ground?
It would be your AK-97 guy from your angle.
Guy that just tried to kill me. He shot me.
Okay, so I dropped my sustain spell.
Mhm.
I didn't even roll my extra 2d. Oh, I did probably. Anyway, so I'm gonna do an SMG.
Yes.
It's my turn
Get
again.
that burst fire going.
My turn again. So we got all of our combat pullback yet. So taking a specialization in firearms SMG, by the way, lets me roll 10d6 to fire an Uzi. By the way, you're new
That's
to
rad.
Shadowrun, and you have a good combat. Maximize your combat pool. Take a specialization. Roll more dice. Rolling more dice is the key to Shadowrun.
It is.
That's
Anybody
what-
who's played 5th and 6th edition, there was actually a living campaign server that I was on where they said that they wanted your skills to be at least 8.
So if I was firing at a guy
Wow.
who was on the ground, I got 4 successes. So that should stage it up, and that's a burst. That should stage it up from 6M to 9M, and then the success.
9 serious.
Yeah, the successes stage it up. Okay, the first does an M.
It's
I
a
got
9
5
deadly.
It's a 9 deadly because I got
Yeah.
5 successes.
It's a 9 deadly.
That's beautiful.
That's a nasty one to try and soak.
That's the base
And he
of
doesn't.
Percy's gun, though. I wish I
Oh.
was
And he
Percy.
doesn't.
He doesn't. He
So-
eats it.
This dude got 5 rounds off of his AK. He was basically hip firing at this guy out of panic. He doesn't hit anything, and he realizes he missed. And he goes, "Oh fuck!" As you pull out your Uzi and you put 3 it's almost like a hitter level of surgeon, as you just
Once again,
you're super tight on there, and you
it's a
just went,
loud club.
"Bruh."
Nobody can hear it. But the Talon muzzle flare, and this time, scream! You hear the call of an owl.
I'll even do you one better. Not only that, but from the angle that this guy's looking at it, it looks like that Talon is about to grab his face. as the bullets start whizzing into him, and you go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, right in the neck.
We got one in the neck, one in the heart, and one in the head. This dude is cashed.
Bru's like, I don't really like to kill normal guys. Seem pretty dangerous. I don't think he was a good fella.
No.
So the dude that was reloading,
You can see his aura.
he's still
It's
making
not
his
great.
way, right? And then you got the guy underneath. He has no fucking clue what's happened to 4 of his friends now. Those are
He
the only
can't
2
hear
you've got
anything.
left.
He's just sensory deprivation underneath this
Pretty
giant
much.
man.
Pretty much. Okay, so it was 1d6. 1d6. I realized I was rolling everybody's wrong. So that's a 1.
That's a
What?
glitch then.
That's a 6. That's a 5. You know, we're just gonna re-roll that 1. So I've got 2 6s and a 5. Y'all have to beat those.
4
So
1.
that'd be
Well,
a 6.
Tinta still has a turn.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does,
This
doesn't he?
initiative.
Okay, so I've got a 6 and a 5. We're
Yes,
just
he
gonna put those in the
does.
bottom here.
You just do a push up. Like, just stand up and use his
And
head.
remember, if these guys have
to
any
stand up
wounds
with.
at all, these results should
Flat.
be minus.
Door. That's both of them actually. So they're you're looking at a 4 and a 3 then. So yeah, these dudes are kind of fucked.
This was an
all right.
initiative roll. You want us to re-roll initiative?
No, I still get to go.
Yeah, he's got one more attack.
All right.
Yeah, we got one more for Rubio.
Rubio kind of sits up like the Undertaker does, and
His eyes are rolled
Re-
back as he sits up, and then they roll forward.
yeah, he reaches behind his back and pulls like a Tonto out,
Ooh, those are the most dangerous of stabbing knives.
and he just grabs this guy by the back of the head, pulls his head up, and cuts his throat with the knife.
I'm not even gonna roll with that. I'm not even gonna roll for that.
No, I like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, then that's what happens, and blood just
It's been
gushes
so
all
long
out
since
everywhere.
someone did that. Since I was Henry, no one has done that.
right. It's a nostalgia moment for you, May.
Oh, beautiful! I love being Henry. Can't wait to be him again.
It'll be fun too when we get there. I promise.
It's been a
Yep.
long time. I've like Percy and Brew. I both actually like play tested.
Mhm.
Henry is pure as his 6-year-old turns. He exists only in this world.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot exists in that season.
All right, so that's that. I have 1 initiative roll. So you guys beat 3 with your initiative.
Okay, here we go.
I have 3d6. So if I roll ones, I beat 3. 3d6 plus my reaction's not great though. Plus 3.
Nice. All right, so that means then.
Oh no, I dropped my sustain spell. That's a
did.
cheat. I need to re-roll it. 1d6. Being a spellcaster is hard because you have to like keep track of all the fucking shit you're doing. So you're cheating.
Yep.
Right. Rubio was on this one.
I got a 6.
Okay, so
I got
that
11.
means our order of ops now is Alderman, you are getting first whack, and then Brody, you're taking next, and then if there's anything left for Brew to do, well, he gets to do it.
Who's closest to me?
There's there's only one guy left.
It's a guy that's running towards the door.
It's the guy that's running towards the door.
Melee him. Run up on him.
Is he close enough to hit, or do I have to run after him?
Oh no, this dude was able to make it a good 30 feet away.
What's your quickness?
So
All right. My quickness is 6, so
6 times 3 is 18. More than
So-
18 meters away?
Oh, I did the math. Yeah, I did the math on that one wrong. Then yeah, he was able to make his full 18.
okay.
No. He was zapped. I'm sorry. He was zapped. So not even that. You know what?
Let's say
let's say
let's
he's
say
still
-3 for his moderate, or did he have a serious?
he's in a he's still within melee range with somebody your size. You can just basically like full lunge, reach out and grab the dude, and then just yank him in one handed.
That's what I'm going to
You
attempt
have
to
the
do.
initiative advantage. That all makes
Yeah,
sense.
you have the initiative advantage too.
I
And since
didn't
he's
use.
not a pain, since he's not aware of what you're trying to do.
Use your full move and melee him, yeah.
Also,
that's
he doesn't
perfect.
know that I haven't used any of my combat dice so far. So
It's your turn, so it's all refreshed.
Well,
Yeah.
I was about to say you also re-rolled initiative, which means you've got your combat pool back. What little you spent, if at all.
I didn't. My combat pool. I forgot to. How do you derive your combat pool? I forgot.
Quickness, intelligence, and willpower added together and divided by 2. Rounded.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
I know that was the thing that was like vexing me when I first opened the second edition book, because the combat pool is not in character creation. It is in the combat section.
Oh fuck! I did it in the fucking Chummers chat again. God damn it!
It popped up.
You're
God
good.
damn
Don't look
it.
at it. No one saw anything.
God damn
I
it.
clicked it just in time to watch it go away.
God damn it! I'm so sorry.
You're good. You're good. And see, this is why I wanted some like dirt simple tutorial combat happening, because this allows us the opportunity to work the kinks out, remember how to play
This
the
is
game.
flowing well. There's not any like silent pauses. We're moving.
Yeah.
Where things are happening.
I mean,
So
with-
added target
even with a
number
target
4
number
on a
6,
melee
that's-
attack. So wait, did you have friends in combat? Because melee target modifiers basically just like friends in combat, elevation, range on weapons, things like that.
I got 9 successes, just flat out.
Added target number 4, 9
Yeah.
successes. So what's your if you're just using a melee unarmed?
Oh, I have a Tonto.
You have a Tonto. Okay, what's the damage on that?
The damage on the Tonto is strength +1 moderate.
What's your strength?
So 8.
So it's 8, but then it's staged up because target number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So it stages up actually 4. So it's, what was it originally?
It was 9 moderate originally.
9 moderate.
This
You're
man
into
is
way overflow.
dead.
Way overflow.
That man is dead.
Wow.
Because what's going to happen is he has to resist that with just his body, which is a 3, so 3d6.
There's no possible way you could stage it down.
There's no fucking way.
Below
There's
deadly.
No fucking
it's gonna
way.
be deadly.
That's hilarious.
So what I imagine then is you just kind of like hard lunge. You grab the guy. You like he's just close
You grab him by
enough.
the hair and pull him back and Tonto to the throat.
Yeah. You like that's an old ninjutsu move. Like you grab the dude and you start to throw him down into the ground, and you've got your Tonto pointed behind him. So as he starts to fall, as soon as you feel his center of gravity commit to that fall, you just let him go, and he drops onto your knife, and you sever his spinal column right there at the base of the neck.
And his astral spirit from his physical, as I can perceive.
About 1.5 inches of the tip comes out from his chest.
Oh, not his chest.
From
neck.
his throat. Oh, well then.
Just underneath his chin.
You choke slammed him onto a Tonto knife.
Oh my
his neck.
god. That's the
Oh,
best
yes.
kill in a. Wow. I'm happy as hell about that.
Like so you get some like you get some fucking like throne of blood levels of blood spray coming out of this dude's neck.
Some
It's just like,
arterial jugular spray, yeah.
he's like, well, he doesn't quite hit the jugular, but you know, it's just close enough. That nick that makes a really high powered spray right
Gross.
there. And because of the way that he fell,
He's full of adrenaline. His blood
yeah,
pressure
he's
is
full of adrenaline,
amped.
blood pressure's high, and it's like when you put your thumb over a water hose.
Yeah.
And he's just,
Samurai Showdown 2 style mist.
Brutal.
so that's it. That's combat. All targets eliminated. And
Well, looks like we got him.
right about the time that Rubio has grabbed this dude and basically just like choke slammed him onto his Tonto, you see 3 people emerge from the doors that he was going for. 2 of them are heavily armed, very well dressed. Like they've both got Colt M23 A3s or A1s. So they've even got the grenade launcher underneath it. And they come out here and they post up on both sides of the door. They start cutting. They see what just happened.
Brew
and
pretends
they
he's
are
not
trained
fighting at
on
all,
you.
and he flips his poncho, like, turns his back. Like, I wasn't fighting. Not me, I'm innocent.
That's all right, because there's another guy who's dressed even nicer than those 2 who runs in, and he's got like a gold-plated Desert Eagle,
Oh shit.
and it's like a dark green suit with a cream-colored shirt underneath and a ruby red tie right down the middle. And he walks out here and he's like, "What the fuck's going on right here? What? Who the fuck are you guys?" And he starts walking up and like he's got his guns who are like, "Don't fucking move. I got you, big man. You don't fucking move right now." And he walks over, he sees you guys. And he's like,
I am not a crook. I am peaceful, dude. I'm just...
"Hey, shut
Brody's
the fuck
still
up back there, hippie."
So Brody's still up on the balcony. He'll like stumble like he's drunk and like fall over backwards off the balcony.
You'll see one of the guys with the M23 kind of turn, and he'll stay trained
Wait,
on
did
you.
Just like tip over the balcony and fall,
Yeah, he just like
6
he
feet?
like stands
Bam!
up and just like falls back over the balcony and just lands like flat on his back.
So yeah, you'll see the guy on the right flank of this very well dressed man. He'll train up to you and then he'll follow you down.
Yeah,
and he'll stay trained on you. Yeah, he'll stay trained on you while the guy on the left flank is still trained on the outside, basically doing Overwatch. While this really well dressed guy is walking up like power walking, lined up on you. Oh, it's not. He's a gangster. I'm over here lined up like this. He's over here like, don't you fucking move. Don't you fucking move. I got the beat on you. I got the motherfucking drop on you, big man.
I'm not moving.
All right. What the fuck is going on here? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are these guys? He starts looking around. He go, oh, fuck me.
Brew wants to like fucking mitigate this situation. We were called here by Johnson, and combat busted out. These guys tried to rob you. We stopped them because we just want to have a nice meeting.
Who sent you?
My pocket secretary sent me here, dude. I don't know.
Give me that fucking pocket secretary. Give me that. Let me see. Show me what you got.
No problem.
Show me what you got. Sorry.
Show me what you got.
So you give him the pocket sec?
I'm gonna flash the message. Meet me at the blah blah blah. Emerald Club.
This came from an unlisted number. Like it's just a message that you got.
Exactly. So like I'm trying to explain to him like Brew I have no dogs in this fight. I get this message. It says come to the Emerald Club. These guys start shooting into the air, messing up the ambiance. Brew is like, that's not cool. Everyone needs to have a good time. And these guys are ruining the good time of Seattle residents. So Bruce said, I'm going to cap one of these motherfuckers in the brain. And homeboys hooked me up. They backed me up. Every single one of these guys are down to they're stone cold. They're in it to the blood. They're my friends now. We just survived a murder session.
These are your friends, you're saying?
Absolutely. These boys, me and him, we're bonded by blood.
All right. What about the rest of you chuckle fucks? He says you're all with him. Did y'all get this message too, or y'all just decided to come up for shits and giggles?
Well, I was just right down the street here at the Stuffer Shack.
Yeah, I love that.
No, one at a time. One at a time. You, tall Harry and the Hendersons, get your ass over here.
Well, he also has hair.
He ain't got hair like you do.
He's right.
Get back over here, you fucking.
He's right. You can't.
Well, if you'd like to take a look here, I don't like to have material possessions. I do have a phone.
Let me see the fucking phone.
It's around what you're gonna have to come in close, and he'll lean down over him, and it'll just dangle off of his neck, and kind of like,
oh shit, I like the design. Yo, how much did it cost? But wait. No, get your ass back down here. I need to see this. And
he'll just sit down next to him.
He pulls up
real
the message.
close.
He pulls up the message, and he notices the same kind of format, same kind of language, same kind of verbiage, same unlisted phone number. He's
gonna rest his head on his shoulder, just sit down on the floor next to him. But he's as tall as him while sitting down. Just
he rests his head on his kneecap.
And then, what about you?
This is a very nice shirt. Soft.
What about you? Tall, dark, and quiet. What do you guys say about this?
I can't show you my comms. It is a matter of government nature.
This guy's like a politician or whatever, and his phone is actually he can't leak DMs or add you to his combos because you might be like a reporter for the Atlantic or something.
Exactly. I'm here as
I heard about that shit. I'm glad you have a better grasp of OPSEC than the rest of your friends. All right. So you got this message too, because these two got it too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, guys, let them hang. They're with us. You know who these motherfuckers were?
No.
No? I'll give you a hint. They weren't here to rob the place. They were here to kill me. You know who I am?
I don't, but sir, if you need protection.
What did you do to make these fellers so mad?
I'm a shaman of competent damage.
All right, look. I've got plenty of protection. All right. You see these two over here? They were only there for initial response, and then they were going to call in backup if they needed it. We don't need it. You guys get back over here. We're fine.
Maybe if you just had your doorman pat them down, they didn't pat us down.
Brody, shut the fuck up. If we didn't have our guns, we wouldn't have been able to save anybody.
I'm just saying that they're not very good at their jobs.
What's Brody's intelligence? Can I slap him?
Hey, don't fucking worry about Brody's intelligence. You're talking to me. Now, I asked you a fucking question. Do you know the answer or not? Do you know who I am?
I don't have a street etiquette. Who has a street etiquette skill? I have a magical etiquette skill. No. This guy known on the astral web?
I will take street and I will take mafia.
I can roll 3
mafia
charisma on the skill web.
I've got street.
You got street? All right. I'll give you target number 6.
Target number 6 for them, so 8 for me. Oh.
Got one.
Yeah, okay.
Sweet.
Nope, I didn't.
Okay. So, this being downtown, Club Emerald kind of falls into your jurisdiction.
Right? Yes.
So you have heard 2 different sets of complaints coming from Club Emerald. One, that the violence gets a little bit too rowdy around here because all kinds of unsavory types are always trying to make their way in. The door crew is always a pain in the ass to deal with because they are either you stay in the line or you get your ass thrown out.
In my
Right?
opinion, that guy should be fired because we are technically on your side, and that guy delayed us hours about getting in here. We could have clocked these assailants and disabled them beforehand. Do you need bouncers?
Does this guy ever shut the fuck up?
I don't.
No.
Right. So try to keep that to a minimum, please. Because the other thing that you're going to realize once you start thinking about Club Emerald, Rubio, is the other complaint is it could be a front for a mafia operation, but there's no money or anything like that.
No paper
It is
trail.
all it like there's been reports of several different deckers coming in and out, and sometimes they go in and don't come out, and
Oh
sometimes they go
shit.
in and don't come out until months later, and they are in bad shape, but not in the sense that they got roughed up, but in the sense they've been working hard.
Strenuous.
And then when he opens his
Yeah.
mouth,
Kind
he
of fucks up
confirms it.
your nervous system to be decking.
Yep. And then when he opens his mouth, the next words that come out of his mouth confirm exactly what those were. So you may not understand exactly who I am until I tell you my name. They call me Jimmy the Finger. And then as soon as the name Jimmy the Finger comes out, you are now reminded of a rap sheet of a guy by the name of Jimmy Garoppolo. And he
Played Janine, right? He's like the grandson of Janine Garofalo.
so for starters, that's Garofalo. This is Garoppolo with two P's, not two F's.
He's a different family from Sicily.
Secondly, and more important to the plot, Jimmy the Finger is a well-known data broker.
Okay.
So he sells pay data, not just information. It's pay data.
He buys and sells information. He even trades information.
Has to be pay data because it's not worth any money.
Right. So that's why this place that's a front is also a place where social butterflies can go and share information with other people that, with all the liquor flowing, all of that information just kind of flows out as well in vino veritas, and he's got this place mic'd
Oh,
up.
I'm sure there's like a fucking, if you connect to the Wi-Fi in this club, all of a sudden your information is bloop, cloned.
Yep. So Jimmy the Finger comes up to Gant, and he goes, now that I think about it, you look kind of familiar. Did you run for office at some point?
I am Alderman Rubio Florian.
It's like he doesn't even know what he is. I am Alderman.
Well, sometimes in your quest for power, you don't care what the power's name is. You just care.
No, if this guy is cyber zombie, this guy's a cyber zombie. You have to consciously be like, "What am I? Who am I?"
I have to consciously not kill people. So
yeah,
exactly. You have to resist the urge to use all your powers to kill people.
So that means then that far better than these other two fucking Goombas exactly who I am. You know what I do. So if I were to tell you that these 6 men that you're standing over right now were here to take my life, you understand why. I am the Vault.
Okay, Chuck.
You know too much.
You're doing a lot of off-book things in this game. You think I could earn a street etiquette just from meeting this guy? Like level 1 street etiquette?
Yes, you can.
Beautiful. So everyone, keep in mind.
If you don't have street etiquette already, you can go ahead and add it to your sheet. You'll have etiquette street level 1.
You learned from Papa Rubio how to do it.
Yep. Because now you're in on the guy who's in on everything in the sprawl. If you've got any questions about what the fuck's going on in the places that actually matter in this godforsaken town, you come talk to me. That's why these six are here, because I'm an important man. Now, here's the thing. You say that these guys aren't with you. How were you just deciding to miraculously defend me? And as that happens, he gets a call on his line. You see him just kind of go for Jimmy.
Internally,
Yeah.
Brew's like, AK-97? That's the gun of the evil guys based on 80s futurism.
I love the weird leaps. So he's over here like, he's like, yeah, you go for the finger. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I
Turns to
did
you
just
guys
fucking
and
get
like,
attacked.
have you ever heard of the AK-97? That's the weapon of like
No,
Soviets and communists in general. I mean,
no, believe it or not,
I don't really believe that communism or Sovietism is evil.
hey,
But
hey,
in
boss,
general, it's
give me
a
a minute.
signal.
Hey, hippie, what did I tell you about keeping it down over there?
Oh, sorry.
You want my dude to shoot you anyway? You're already under my good graces. Don't fuck this up for
Okay,
yourself.
I dropped
Yeah?
down to the crisscross applesauce I perceive astrally.
Thank you. Fucking weirdos. What is it with Shadowrunners these days? So he gets back. Yeah, he gets back into the line. All right, boss, what's going on? Oh, they're your people. Got it. So that's what that message was that you sent me earlier.
With his eyes rolled back, Bruce like, yes, we're their people.
I was like, all right, I'll let them know. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Apparently, you are going to go to this place anyway because you're going to have to talk to me. But now that we know that you're on the up and up with us, we can actually trust you with this information. Now, what I'm about to tell you, nobody else is ever supposed to know. So either you keep this to yourself or I will shut you up for you. And he puts particular emphasis on looking at Brew. He's like, so keep your fucking mouth shut, Gavish.
Bruce subconsciously enters his mind palace. Enters he enters the office of his mind palace, which is like a nice mahogany wood.
So he pulls out his
writes down not share.
He pulls out his comm link
information
that looks like the old school Motorola Razr from like the early 2000s, but it's blinged out just like Brody's.
Oh, nice.
Like it looks like some real Flavor Flav shit. So he pops that shit, like he literally flips that shit open and he starts, doing some touch tapping, and then you see him just go boom like this. And then all three of you at the same time get the same message. It is an address actually on Olympic Island itself. Finally, it's like the last. You barely know Rubio because you've got that black side out here, but this is like the edge of civilization, pretty much. Past this, the rocks are too sharp and the waves are too rough for anybody to do anything with. So this is basically like a place with like very little access.
I played on Death Stranding lately, so I'm picturing like just like a craggy, rocky terrain.
Pretty close.
We're
pretty
gonna
close.
Trip if we try to just walk across.
So that's the address of the guy who really wants to talk to you. That's the guy who sent you those messages earlier tonight. All right. I think he sent you up here at this time because he knew that these dudes were coming. So I thank you for that.
Of a test.
And my guy thanks you for that. Now you remember, you're not just on my good side, you're also on the Prez's good side too. Okay? So do yourself a favor. Go get you something to drink. My treat. Take whatever you want off of the bar. One bottle. He looks at Brody, who's still kind of like wobbly as he's getting up from the belly flop that he pulled off the balcony. One fucking bottle, just one. Take whatever you want. Go get you rested up and go see this guy at your earliest convenience. All right. And don't worry about letting him know. He already knows you're on the way. He's going to know when you get there. This dude knows a fuckload more than I ever will. And you keep that in mind when you go decide to visit this guy, because he's not somebody to be fucked with. I'm dead serious on this. And he looks each one of you in the eye, and he does that same like this kind of point thing with the pinky poking out. You can see like the pinky ring. He's got got a ruby on it, flanked by a couple of emeralds. He's doing this number. And so he's like, yes. So you better mind your fucking P's and Q's when you go meet this guy.
That's the evil eye in Italian, if you don't know. Out of character, if you know.
So yeah, he gets up in all three of y'all's faces. He's like, you best mind your fucking manners.
We're not,
when you go
not
talk to
gonna
this
mind. I have no manners to mind.
You better fucking find some before you get over there, Sasquatch. Because
Bruce
he
got
deserves
his
all
arm
the
across.
respect. he's
Listen,
got.
my mother was a Sasquatch.
Yeah, I'll
Bruce got
bet
his
she
arm
was.
across. He's taking this all in. Taking in
All right.
the lecture and the instructions.
Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't care what you do at this point.
We just astrally
Very
perceive
well.
this man real quickly. See if he
Okay.
actually knows what he's dealing with.
Know who you're dealing with.
No.
Let's see how many hits you get off of that
Or 5.
astral perception.
5 and a 4.
A 5 and a 4. Okay, so I'll assume you're 5.
You know what?
You're
I
gonna
should add
use-
plus 2d6 because of the owl totem allows me.
Oh yeah, because it's
Well,
3
it
o'clock in the
depends.
morning.
That's only for
Right.
sorcery and conjuring skills. So
No, it's more like it's nothing astral then, so that doesn't really matter.
okay.
Still though, you are able to get a good read off of Jimmy the Finger, whose aura suggests somebody who has no idea how to connect to the magical realm. Like nothing
Jimmy
to do
the
with
finger
astral.
is more of a thumb.
At least when magic gets involved.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Indeed.
the guy that trained his M23 onto Brody as he ate shit falling off of the
Recall
balcony,
this? Yes.
he's got a more coherent glow. So
Got an
he's
aura
actually
where there
awakened.
might actually be like, if I could read his aura, I could maybe discern his. There's some colors to his aura might actually indicate what happened to him.
To the guy that just decided to keep the gun trained on Brody the whole time. You're hardly picking anything up from him outside of absolute professionalism. Like the dude is paid to do a job.
Okay.
He keeps his shit locked down tight.
So the way astral perception works is I could just switch it on. I'm in the astral realm. I can perceive the astral realm. So if I perceive astrally, what do I see? Do you want me to roll an astral perception? I could roll my intelligence. Notice anything about his aura.
This will be the last roll of the game of the night. So yeah, let's see what you learn from this guy.
3d6 I need 6. So this is perception.
Oh.
Ooh, 5, 5, and 2.
So tell me who you want to spend your 5s on. You got 3 targets, 2 successes.
This character who is acting very edgy, he was a part of the he was part of defending the raid, but he didn't actually get to make any action. What is he thinking?
Wait, you've got 6 dead dudes on the floor. Are you talking about them?
Okay, we dropped the 6 dead dudes.
Right. And that was 3 people. You got Jimmy the Finger and the 2 guards that came out with him.
Okay, Jimmy the Finger then. That's who I want to read.
Okay, so the Jimmy the Finger, like I said, Jimmy the Finger has an incoherent aura. So he's not attuned to the astral, and he has no magical power whatsoever. He's entirely mundane.
Is there any sort of is there like a frantic feeling? Like if I can, what does he feel inside?
You see occasional flickers of anger, but you're rolling generally on confusion. And as soon as he realizes that whoever he called the Prez called you guys up here, the confusion kind of died down. and the anger kind of died down too. So what you have is the aura of somebody who is trying to conduct himself with a certain modicum of intimidation and bravado. He's got that kind of glow to him. Like,
Okay.
imagine the astral signature of somebody from the Sopranos, you know,
Yeah,
somebody like that.
that
This
makes
is a guy
sense.
who's definitely sure of himself. He is aware of himself, and you get a flicker of intellect from him as well. So it almost feels like the confidence comes from a place of knowing more than you do, which would make sense for a data broker because chances are he probably does know more than you do. And as soon as you identify yourself to him, he will most likely know why you've come to see him in the first place, because that's his job, is to know these things.
Fair enough.
So that is the that is the astral signature that you get off of his aura.
Apologies, I'm back.
You were able to catch all that, yeah?
So, I left when I was like, catch this guy's.
Just give him a
aura.
synopsis.
Yeah. As soon as he realized who you were, whatever confusion and anger was left in the situation, even though it was gradually calming down, it eventually went away. So he picked up his usual vibe of knowing more than you do, because he's a data broker. Like, this is somebody who takes control of the situation with the information that he possesses.
Okay, so he's very guarded with this information. Keeps it within. You have to pay.
Absolutely.
Make some sort of exchange in order to get information.
And that a layer of that defense comes from a sense of bravado, maybe a little overconfidence, and knowing more than you do. He always operates under that assumption.
Yeah, anyone who's possessing the information feels superior.
So yeah, and that is that. Like, one of the guards goes and starts pulling the bodies into the center of the room and starts like picking up all the weaponry and shit. Picks up that bottle that got thrown and start just like he spiral tosses it, and you can hear it as it hits the trash can behind the bar. Like, 3 points.
Nice.
Bruce looking around. He's still in the mindset of like, I'm trying to meet the Johnson.
So anything else that you want to take care of, keep that in mind as we end this session here, because it is 10 o'clock my time. I'm sure I've taken up enough of y'all's time now, and this feels like a good place to end it as we watch a couple of dudes start doing cleanup duty.
Ended up
someone's got to do it.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's great.
Thus concludes the first session of Operation Sundiver. We will see you hopefully next week. I'm not foreseeing anything keeping me from playing next week. So I know for a fact I'll be here.
I shall as well.
Okay.
Indeed.
I'll definitely be
all right.
back.
Well, if that's the case, then we hope we will see all of you next time as well as the
5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. What is that, like 7 Central?
Yep.
6 Mountain. Yep.
Same bat time, same bat channel, everyone.
All right. Thank you guys. This was fun.
Yeah, if you're here to check
it's
it out,
cool.
thank you very much. And we're ending the stream in 3, 2, 1. Good night.